Atlanta over the Pride weekend, but today is the big kahuna. We've all been waiting for the parade. 100,000 people expected to be here just today alone, over 300 admissions, and it is breaking records. It's been 2 years since the pandemic. They're ready.
And that's the reason, of course, this year the theme is we're back, better than ever.
Well, the Pride Parade and celebration has been going on actually in Atlanta for about 50-plus years. And if you take away the 2 years where we didn't have a parade because of COVID, this is actually the 50th annual parade here in Atlanta, the largest celebration of its kind in the entire Southeast. And we are proud to be bringing it to you all afternoon. We've got our reporters up and down the parade route. We're going to bring you every bit of the action, all of the floats, all of the fun.
And what's so important about this parade, it's the one time when you get everybody out to celebrate. And that's been the look at our street. You have gay, straight, LGBTQ, TIA plus.
We cover everything. And one thing about the parade is, in the words of our mayor, Andre Dickens, he said Atlanta influences everything and Atlanta is inclusive of all. Everyone's invited. This big event, free to the public. It costs you nothing. Of course, we have the best seat in the house right here on PeachtreeTV. But if you want to come out to the parade route, let me put up the map and show you the route that all of these floats and the participants are going to go until they get to Piedmont Park. Today's parade is the biggest event. We're expecting, again, like we said, 100,000 people. The parade will start officially. It started at noon. But if you're planning to attend, make sure you take MARTA, Uber, or Lyft because streets have been closed. The parade will start at the Civic Center MARTA station. It will merge off of Ralph McGill onto Peachtree Street. It travels north. It turns east onto 10th Street. It follows 10th Street to the Charles Allen Gate entrance of Piedmont Park, where the parade will officially end, but the party, it begins. I don't know if you can hear me. I can barely hear. That's why we have these big microphones and big cuffs on our ears. I mean, it is loud.
Well, that's because the Dykes on Bikes are just now pulling off, moving towards the park, where we have a crew also covering things. But that's the noise you hear. The Dykes on Bikes. And there are about, I'd say, 75 to 100 of them on their bikes.
They are loud and they are proud. And let's check in with some of our reporters because, like we said, we've got people all along the parade route to bring you the very best coverage available. Let's go to Brooks Baptiste and Lana Harris. They're at the start of the parade. They got a chance to talk moments ago with Mayor Dickens. They join us live now. Great to see you both.
Hey, it's so good to see you, and we are feeling it! Listen, now I know why everybody counts down to this event every single year. This is crazy!
It's crazy. It's our first time at Pride. It is loud. I'm going to show you what we've been looking at since this parade started. I'm going to give you two guesses at what kind of music we've been hearing. House music and Beyonce.
And Beyonce.
Hello.
Beyonce has been in around here. So we're at the start of the parade, and man, oh man, we're getting to see all of the floats as they drive on by, and we've seen a little bit of everything. We saw Kinky Boots out here. Yep. We saw Atlanta-based Delta Airlines out here. We've seen it all.
We saw our PeachtreeTV float. We had Rodney Harris, Tori Cooper, Rob Hughes, everybody on the float. It has been so incredible. You know, a lot of people say when they turn on the news, it's negative these days. This is the first time you turn on PeachtreeTV, you are going to see joy.
Yes.
Straight up joy and happiness and love for hours.
And Lana, I'm glad you said that. One of the first things I felt when I came out here was the love.
Yes.
There was nothing but love, nothing but smiles, nothing but joy. People really just wanted to be out here to say, hey, whether you're a part of this community or not, I'm here with you. We all out here together.
Exactly. That's actually what the mayor was saying, too. We talked to Andre Dickens. He was one of the first in the parade, and he talked about what it's been like having this back. Take a listen.
This is the first time in a long time that we've been back together because of the pandemic. So I see people got high energy, high expectations for a great day today, and the weather's holding up, so this is good. You know, people wanted to get out and express themselves and really show their love. You know, Atlanta is the LGBTQ capital of the South, and sometimes, to me, I think it's the LGBTQ capital of the United States of America. So it's a great way to get out today.
he said it's high energy, so we have to crank it up a little bit. Woo, 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 woo.
It's the music, okay? It's not our fault. It really does feel this happy out here, this joyful out here. It's great to be out here.
Man, we are so glad to be out here, and I can't wait to see what else comes on by us. But for now, we'll send it back to the main stage. Yo, Rick, Sean, Monica, this is what Atlanta is for sure.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. We get the music, the vibe. It is 100% legit. Our Madeline Montgomery is also on the parade route, not far from Fox Theater. And Madeline, whenever there is a large event in Atlanta, security obviously an issue. They want to make sure everyone is safe. It looks like you're having a good time out there too.
They are absolutely having a good time, and they have been since early this morning. We're actually right over by a group that sets up here. They say for the past 10 years, they get a whole spread. They've got their brunch, they've got their cocktails. You can see them cheering on the parade as people walk by. They said that where we are is one of the best spots to be for Pride. And where exactly we are, we're right in front of the bar Bulldogs. This is an iconic, historic gay bar here in Atlanta. They've been here almost 50 years. And you can see they have a whole crowd out here dancing. They have a DJ who's been announcing. He's been encouraging folks to dance, to show off their outfits. Inside, there's really not a lot of people inside because they made sure to see the parade out here, but they're popping in every now and then to make sure to get their cocktails, get their brunch ahead of this Pride event. And it's just been so fun hanging out here since about 9 this morning, seeing people get set up, seeing all of the different outfits, and just meeting so many amazing people. Just so excited to be here, really encouraging everybody, giving to everyone. We had people offering us breakfast. We got some cool beads that we're wearing, stickers, flags, just a lot of camaraderie is how I'd put it. And even though the parade isn't really coming by right at this moment, people are still just excited and cheering each other on, dancing, having a good time, and just happy to be back out. Again, we were talking to folks who've been coming to this for years. They were sad to see it not around the last few years. So to be back on these streets is something really special. So for now, reporting in Midtown, Madeline Montgomery, sending it back to you guys.
All right, Madeline, thanks so much. The parade's not there yet, but it's coming. We can promise you that because they're right behind us. And we've got you covered up and down the parade route. All of the festivities for Atlanta Pride. Only one place to watch it, right here on Peachtree TV. Atlanta News First, celebrating Pride. Don't go away. We're coming right back.
You're watching the Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all. You're watching the Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Blue Med Center and Spa. Pamper yourself with Club Blue.
We're back. Atlanta News First is here for the Pride Parade. And because we're Atlanta's News First, we have a float in the parade. And Tori Cooper and Rob Hughes are on it. Hey, guys, how's it going from the float?
Monica, it's going great. It's awesome. I got to say, we're kind of starting to feel the anticipation if we get into the middle of the parade. We're right in the middle of this thing on Peachtree, and what a scene it is. Hey, let's turn this thing around. Let's show them what Atlanta News First is all about, guys. Come on. You guys are on TV. Let's see it. Let's bring the excitement.
And this is the people's station, right? This is such an opportunity for us to be invested in our community. This is what we live for. Getting to be out here saying hi to you, getting to see your smile, and there's just so much great energy out here.
Listen, these parades, Atlanta does parades like nobody's business. And of course, these people here have been waiting for this parade for a little while now. We're talking about a couple of years. I think that might have something to do with the buildup we're seeing, guys, because it's been 3 years now since this parade has been here like it is right now. And a lot of people have been waiting for it.
This has been such a hype, and to just see just the love army that is out here, it just really reflects back what Atlanta is all about. We are about inclusivity. This is about our community coming together all for one reason, and it's just so great to see.
I couldn't agree with you more. Inclusivity is the word. You see it as soon as you get to the airport. You see it everywhere you look. That's what Atlanta's all about, and that's what we're really happy to be able to show you guys today. This is where the party's going to be, this float, as we move throughout the parade. Now, we don't have speakers on this so y'all can hear us, but...
Right. Just look at all the smiling smiling faces out here. And what's so important to also share with why Peachtree TV is such a staple for this moment is because we were the first TV in town to ever broadcast the Pride Parade, and here we are again out here in the community. So we're going to bring the party to you again. We're going to send it back to you guys.
All right, guys, that looks great. I see some Mardi Gras beads.
I did. They're going to be
I
throwing out beads.
have a feeling they're going to be tossing some beads off of the float. I love these images that we have here. Little kids on their dad's shoulders, enjoying this parade and learning this lesson about being inclusive and being accepting and being loving. And that's what this is all about. We want to check in now with Patrick Quinn. He's along the parade route, another member of the Atlanta News First Team, out and about for us today. Patrick, set the scene for us.
Rick, how's it going? We are at 7th and Peachtree, and the parade, it's making its way down Peachtree right now. We're going to walk with it just for a little bit. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people out here, and we are just now immersed in the fun of it right now. There's Andre Dickens right there, the mayor of Atlanta, leading the way. Riding on a float himself. We've seen tons of political figures. Stacey Abrams just came by. Senator Ossoff, Senator Warnock, they just came by as well. So we're tracking the mayor right now. Of course, he is big on inclusivity, so of course he is near the front of this parade. Now, like you mentioned, it's been a couple years since the parade has been here, and I wasn't here when the parade was here. So many people have moved to Atlanta since the last time we had a Pride Parade. So for much of Atlanta, this is their first look at this, and I can tell you, it's massive. It's huge. I got to move out of the way. We're seeing the fire department now just behind us. And boy, this is fun. Atlanta right now is alive. We're seeing young, old, moms, dads, kids, LGBTQ, straight. It is just a party out here. We'll continue to track it. It is loud. It's lively. I'm going to walk around this group right here. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Sharon Clark.
Hey, what brought you out?
I love Pride.
You love Pride.
Yes.
Can we walk with you for a second? All right, who is this group right here? Who are you with? What group is this?
Atlanta Fire Rescue.
Atlanta Fire Rescue. How's
We
it
need
been
that
today?
shot.
Just being out here, seeing all this.
The energy is amazing.
Right?
It's amazing out here.
It's amazing.
Yes, I love. When I tell you I love this, I love it. And we have a fire chief that supports it.
What does that say that Atlanta Fire is out here representing, showing the inclusivity of this department?
It's showing that we are more inclusive than we ever been in years. And it's bringing more people to the department that are seeing the diversity, because we have all types of this right here in the city of Atlanta. Yeah.
Right here in the city of Atlanta. We're going to move out of the way. Guys, we're on Peachtree. This parade is just ramping up. If you're not a part of it, get a part of it. Back to you guys.
Yeah, Patrick.
What you're looking at right now is, of course, Senator Warnock and Senator Ossoff. It's the first time we've had both sitting senators participate in Atlanta News First, celebrating Pride and the Pride Parade.
Back in 2018, Stacey Abrams was the first black female gubernatorial candidate to ever participate in the parade. She is back this year. You know, pride in politics, it plays a role. We're entering just a couple of weeks away from midterm elections, and this is one of the largest voting blocks in the country.
That's right. So let's check in now with Don Shipman, who is out on the parade route. He's gotten to speak with one of those politicians we were talking about who's trying to earn your vote for this coming November. Don, talk to you.
It is so much fun. We are located right at the Rainbow Crosswalk here at Piedmont and 10th. And now that the parade has gotten started, everyone is having so much fun. People are cheering. And like you guys have been saying, yes, this is the Pride Parade, but it also is a political event. There you can see Stacey Abrams right there in front. A number of people participating and lots of people cheering. She got her own crew trying to get the crowd riled up as well. Lots of fun. And one of the things that I love seeing here, by the way, is that so many walks of life. Their moms, dads, their kids are out here as well. And then say hello, say hello. But yeah, so much fun. We were out here early this morning, and a lot of these people were out here early as well, making sure they could find a place to be as close to the action as possible. Right up the way here, as we walk further up the parade route, you can see Blake's Bar, one of the local gay bars in this area. A lot of people will be heading here later today. Everyone's having a fantastic time. So, yeah, I also noticed earlier the Flying Biscuit around the way. We got to show the Flying Biscuit. Over here, the Flying Biscuit. That is an iconic place to go, have breakfast. One of the first places I tried to get into when I first moved to Atlanta. It was a line out the door. This morning, no different, another line out the door. Also wanted to take note of the judges station. All these floats that are coming through, they are creative because they want to win this. The judging station over here, 4 judges are in charge of making sure that these floats are creative, colorful, and unique. So they are going to be ones that you're going to want to pay attention to as we move forward here. So again, yeah, we're at the Rainbow Crosswalk, a little quieter right now. It will get a lot more loud as the day goes on. Back over to you.
It will, Don. And just a reminder for all of our friends who are watching right now, if you have to walk away from your TV set, we want to remind you to pick up your cell phone and download the Atlanta News First app. We are streaming the Atlanta Pride Parade on all of our platforms, both on our app and online at atlantanewsfirst.com.
That's right. And on our Facebook page, too, we've been watching the politicians come through towards the beginning of the parade. We're about to see a lot of corporations and businesses who also want to show their support for the LGBTQ plus community. Those floats are coming up, a lot more in store. Keep it right here. We're not going anywhere. We're here with you all afternoon. Atlanta News First celebrates Pride. We're so glad you're with us.
I don't see.
Welcome back. We're here at Atlanta News First, celebrating Pride at the Atlanta Pride Parade. Thank you to Caribou Coffee, Piedmont Nails and Spa, and especially Blue Med Spa for hosting us all day long. This is not the first time that Blue Med Spa has hosted us at this location, and we have a remarkable vantage point thanks to your generous hospitality.
We were talking about some of the businesses who are represented here. We just saw a huge contingent of Delta employees wearing Pride in Flight shirts, walking down. I mean, literally hundreds of Delta employees just walking right behind us.
This year for the parade, they had a record amount of entrants, partially because it's been 2 years since the pandemic that the parade has been live and in person. This year they had 300 entrants just for the parade route alone, 600 overall for the entire event, and the attendance has just boggled everyone's expectations. Almost 150,000 people expected to culminate in Midtown and Piedmont Park just today alone.
It's a really special day. We're so glad you're with us. Let's go out to Alan Devlin from Atlanta News First. He's out on the parade route. And I believe, Alan, you spoke to gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams.
Yes, I did. She walked by here about 20 minutes ago or so. She had a bunch of supporters out here right down Peachtree. Take a look at this parade. You've been hearing it. You've been seeing it. I know you guys have a great vantage point. This is what is coming your way. It is a party. Hey, come here. Hey, Ismir. I'm going to get my photographer real quick. Hey, let's talk to him real quick. How does it feel to be out here, man?
It feels so good. We're all so gay and we're so out here and we're so proud. That's what we're good to be out here.
And this is the first one in 2 years you've been able to participate in because of the pandemic.
It feels so good. The energy is so good.
I can feel it. Absolutely. I'll see you later, man. Bye. Have a lot of fun. And look, we've got a float up here. It's about to get real loud. But look, like I was saying, I spoke to gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams earlier here. She talked a little bit about what it meant to be in this parade and participate. Take a listen to what she had to say.
I'm so excited to be here. This is Georgia. We are an inclusive state, and we need a governor who has the pride to walk with pride, who's willing to defend the LGBTQ community, and not a governor who promises that he will not defend marriage equality. I intend to be an ally to everyone in Georgia, and I show up.
Strong words there, very strong words there. Of course, Senator Raphael Warnock and Senator John Ossoff were out here in the parade as well. Some more music, some more action coming down. It's about to get real loud, but I'll tell you what, I got two more people that are enjoying this just as much as I am. Tori Cooper, Rob Hughes, right now on the Atlanta News First float. I'm gonna send it over to them. Tori, Rob, how y'all doing out there?
Alan, we're going to see if we can one-up you with the energy. You know what? We were on this float earlier, and you know what? It was time to go. What do you think? Time to get off the float, Tori? Let's get off this float.
So, it's great.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Play the noise, guys. You're on TV. Let's go. Come on. I want to see some pride out here.
Right? It's pride, but it's really feeling more like Mardi Gras out here because we got the beads, and people are loving it. Who wants some beads? Woo! Woo! Here you go.
Let's go, guys.
You want some beads? Woo! Yes.
Y'all on TV. Let's hear it for Atlanta News First. Everybody, come on.
And this is the People's Station, so you have to put the people's faces on TV, right?
Absolutely. You know what? This is really cool for us because we're showing you guys as who we are, Atlanta News First. I do want to show our float, too, if you want to turn around here and check it out. I think it's one of the better-looking floats we've seen out here, and we're behind fellow Atlanta staples, UPS, Coca-Cola, you name it. Great Television is our owner. They're the only locally owned TV station here in Atlanta. PeachtreeTV and Atlanta News First. Tori, this is a blast.
This is a blast. So feeling the energy and just all the smiles and telling the community's story out here is really what makes it the best part about being out here. And we are the first station in our community to broadcast this live. And to be part of that is just so special. It's a special moment.
Guys, this is a lot of fun. And it's a party. And it ebbs and it flows. It's a long parade route. But we want to show you our float before we go to break. Yeah. So, Luke, let's do this. Let's show the float.
Yes, look, we got Felicia
we gotta
Moore
walk
out
this
here.
way. Oh, hey,
we have
Felicia.
Felicia Moore out here.
Felicia's on Peachtree.
Just in purple. How you doing?
I am wonderful. I'm excited. It's not raining. It's not hot. And we're out here celebrating the LGBTQ community. I love it.
Right? And just seeing all the smiling faces is the best part.
It is. And guess what? Since the pandemic has been going on, this is really the first one that everybody's involved with, including Fulton County Commissioner Khadijah. I'm excited.
Right. And look at the float. The best
Beautiful
float in town.
Beautiful float. I'm just glad that we're all together and what this represents.
Check it out. There's the float, baby. Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, Atlanta News First. We'll leave you with that. We'll be right back after this break.
The Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all.
And welcome back. We are proud to bring you Atlanta Pride. And this is quite a party. We are here at the Rainbow Crosswalk. This is Peachtree TV's coverage of Atlanta News First, celebrating really just a wonderful, wonderful occasion. And this is the first Pride Parade that we've been able to have in a couple of years. Because of COVID. You can tell that people have been waiting for an occasion to party.
And the best part about this parade is that it goes right into Piedmont Park. And that's where Tracy Hutchins is, because she's got all the fun activities there. Concerts on the Gray stage, concerts on the Coca-Cola stage. Tracy, give us a feel of what it's like.
Oh my goodness, the party does not stop with the parade, Monica and Rick, as you just talked about. We are at the Atlanta News First booth right here. Now, how you can get here is the entrance to Piedmont Park right in front of Midtown High School. And guess what? You can show your pride right here in the booth. Look at these lovely ladies. They're going to show their pride right now. And check out what happens. So this is a really cool thing. So this is something you can add to your Instagram page, to your story, to all the social media. Oh my gosh. And then Ryan, yeah, they're dancing, and check out what it looks like on the screen right there. So you have something to take home with you when you leave the booth. That is the best part. All right, let's chat with these ladies and see what's going on. All right, ladies, come over here. So you're out here at the festival today. Why did you come out?
Yes, we came out because IHG has a booth. And we have our new campaign for Love How You Love.
Love How You Love, because this is all about love, isn't it?
It's all about loving and loving who you love and how you love.
We love it, right? There are so many booths to come out here and visit. These ladies, of course, you got to visit them. Make sure you come by the Atlanta News First booth as well. And Ryan, take a look all the way down there. Look at all those tents. So not only booths, vendors, you can pick up all your rainbow swag, of course, but you come out and have some food, some drinks, some spirits if that's your thing. And the party will not stop. It is going on all evening long. And as you guys mentioned, this is where the Pride Parade is going to end up right here in Piedmont Park. It is amazing. Nothing but love all afternoon. And we're going to show you a few more things when we come back. Back to you.
You know what? I would love to see at 3:30, the group called Sweet Tea Queer Variety will be on the stage, on our stage, great television stage,
and
performing.
I love Sweet Tea. Sounds good to me. Let's check in with Brooks Baptiste and Lana Harris. They are along the parade route too. Tell us where you are and set the scene for us, guys.
Let me tell you guys, this is the beginning of the parade.
Yeah,
Give it to the people. Give it to the people.
Yeah, you missed it last time, so I tried to recreate this for you. This is what it's been like over here in the front. Not only that, but we keep trying to see how much free stuff we can get.
Yeah, we are getting some free stuff. So listen, when we came out here, we had Ray-Bans on, and now we've got our rainbows on, okay?
A little bag.
Now, I will tell y'all something. I hate to call out my co-anchor, but, you know, they were throwing some stuff. She wasn't paying attention. It might have hit her in the head, but it's all good. She is doing just fine. Don't you worry.
I'm well. Why? Because we're out here in these streets. Look at the people. Look at the people out here.
Look at that.
So colorful.
Wow, this is amazing. You know, we were saying earlier just about the experience out here. This is our first time, but man, you're feeling the joy. You feel nothing but love. Like, this is what it's all about. Everybody with smiles on their faces, everybody dancing. People who can't even dance are out here dancing, at least trying to,
Like
you know?
Brooks Baptiste, yeah. You
Me.
saw him earlier today.
Hold on. All right, I see some people over here. Y'all make some noise for the people. We're live on the air. Okay, all right. I need one person who's going to talk. Who I got? I'm going to you because you were right there and they all pointed at you. All right, so is this your first time out here?
In Atlanta, yeah. I'm from New York. I've been to New York Pride.
Okay, so what is it like out here to you?
It's really fun. I like it. It's very welcoming. I love it here.
What does it mean to you guys seeing so much support?
I love having support because, like, it's the best thing. No reason to hate. Just love.
Were you expecting this many people when you came out here?
No, not at all. Not at all.
What were you thinking when you came out here it was going to be like?
I thought it was just going to be a bunch of people walking. Like, there's a lot of floats, and it's really fun, and they're handing out stuff, so it's fun. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can Atlanta do it a little better than New York?
No.
Oh, no. All right, we got to get off the camera. We got to get Look, it's such a fun time out here, seriously. And even as we joke with people, we just know it's all about love and all about support out
Love
here.
and honesty.
And
honesty. Back to you guys.
All right, sounds good. Lana got hit in the head. I hope we don't need to put her in the concussion protocol. Take care of yourself out there. Brooks, you look after your co-anchor. Hey, we've got a great guest with us here on the main stage who's joining us right now. Jamie Ferguson is the executive director of Atlanta Pride. This is the organization that puts this whole thing together, and you could not have asked for a better day weather-wise.
Oh my goodness, it is absolutely gorgeous. After 2 years of being virtual, this is the perfect weekend to return to Atlanta.
What is the message today? For people who are watching, they're not able to be here in person. They want to know what is it like. What is the message for everybody?
The message of Pride is love, equality, and justice for every person, regardless of their differences, regardless of beliefs. Every single one of us deserves love, equality, and justice, and that is what we are here to celebrate and continue fighting for.
One of the things I think that's most important about this is how it affects those people who live in smaller communities. Because I look at the crowd and I see a lot of Atlanta folks, but I also see a lot of folks who are literally letting it all go for the first time.
Absolutely. So typically about a third of our people are from Atlanta, about a third of the people are from Georgia, but not Atlanta, and about a third of the people are from outside of Georgia. And so there are a lot of folks who are coming into small towns who may or may not be welcoming. I grew up in a small town, and my first Pride was in Atlanta, and it was absolutely life-changing for me to see a big vibrant, welcoming community. And, so it's a really important event. It's a party, but it is also an event that is incredibly important in the lives of individual people.
Let's talk about the response. You go around and you try to get interest and support from the business community here in Atlanta. We've already seen a number of businesses who have put together floats and brought big contingencies of their workforce to be here today to make a statement. How has the support been from the business community?
So we have a little bit of everyone in the parade. We have nonprofits, we have community groups, we have small businesses, and big corporations. And corporations, it's important for them to be here so that we know that they are supportive of the community, they support their employees, and that they are behind us when we're fighting for equality and justice for all people.
But we also have seen a lot of churches who are participating this year.
Absolutely. A lot of folks have felt excluded from religious community, and so to see religious communities and churches here welcoming people regardless of their sexual orientation and identity is a beautiful thing, and we are happy to have it.
Well, we're happy to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us. Jamie Ferguson from Atlanta Pride. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks so much.
And enjoy the evening, too, at Piedmont Park, going on till 10 o'clock tonight. Lots of fun stuff to take advantage of.
She's going to need some rest after this.
Let's check in with Don Shipman. He is out and about on the parade route. Don, tell us where you are. What are you seeing?
We are right at the Rainbow Crosswalk. We just watched the Sheriff's Department move on through here, and there's a ton more people making their way across that iconic Rainbow Crosswalk. A lot of people as well watching right along the way, waving, having a good time. I wanted to chat with you. So tell me, what made you decide to come out today?
Well, I have my wife here and my children here. We have to come out here to support. We're hoping that everyone will embrace diversity, equality, and inclusion, where everyone is treated fairly regardless of their sexual preference. What you have to say, baby?
That's right. And I think it's something that you got to support, right? And come out. And it's great to see our politicians. It's great to see our allies. It's great to see everyone celebrate it. It's great to see our young people, right? Like I said, we have our family here. It's fantastic. And it's fantastic to be loved and to love everyone for who they are.
I was going to ask you, how does that feel, being a member of the LGBTQ plus community and seeing so much support, and not just from members of the LGBT plus community?
That's right. You know what? We're really blessed. Our parents love us. Our families love us.
Yes.
And so, I think it's just, they say love is love. Just love. That's what God wants us to do.
And I can honestly say, I've been coming for the last 20 years. I know she has as well. What a major difference. This is so many people. Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you so much. And thanks for coming out. Say hello. That's what's going on here. Let's go over to Madeline.
That was a good interview.
Hey, you guys, I'm out here by Bulldogs. It is one of the historic spots here in Atlanta to come and include the community out here. But I'm out here with Brad right now. Brad and his friends come every year. They have a whole spread. So, Brad, tell me about why this is the spot you and your friends come to every year to set up and watch the parade.
This is a time that we can be out and proud and just see, we see more of our friends at this event than anywhere else in the city. I'll see friends that I may only see once a year, but I'll run into them today. And just friends here I've not seen for several years, so it's always fun to run into people, and especially, to be here at the parade. And I've been in the parade, so I know how it feels to be on both sides. It's fun. It's a great thing for this city. And it's great to see Delta and all of the Coca-Cola, all the major corporations that are housed here that are support the parade.
And talk about how nice it is to be back after us not having the parade for a couple of years.
Yeah, it's great to see everybody out again celebrating the day. It's a beautiful day to Atlanta.
And what all did you guys bring to be parade ready? You have a whole spread over here. I said, what all did y'all bring to be parade ready, like your whole brunch spread?
In the past, friends have had brunch, at their house. We come to the parade. We always, do the parade, walk through the park, have our lunch, have our funnel cake, all that, the carnival food. So
right, thank you so much, Brad, and we're going to stay out here. Make sure you come say hi if you're coming to Bulldogs for now. In Midtown, Madeline Montgomery, back to you guys.
Well, you know, one thing I have to say about Bulldogs, when I was a young reporter getting off at midnight, there was no place else to go. So it was a great crowd where you'd go dancing and singing until 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Not you, Monica.
I said as the young me. But the interesting thing about Bulldogs in 2019, it was voted the 3rd best gay bar in the United States.
Wow.
That's great.
Music's great.
Can we see a little of those moves? You still have
You should have
them?
been here earlier. I was dancing.
It's on our social media platform. It's worth watching. You know, for this parade, we had mentioned that they had, you know, this is the first time in 2 years since the pandemic they've been in person. Record attendance, 150,000 spectators out here to watch more than 300 floats go up and down the parade route. There were a record 6,000 participants, and one of those floats is Atlanta News First's very own. We have Tori Cooper and Rob Hughes on the float, provoking folks by throwing out beads. We see that at Mardi Gras, and you know what happens.
Listen, we don't need to provoke anybody. People are out here to have a good time. We're just supplementing that good time, guys. We're on the Atlanta News First float. What a blast it's been. But it's time to get off this float again and get in with the people. Let's go.
That's what we're doing. We're bringing the energy to you. We're bringing the party to you. Look at this.
Let's go.
Look at all these people just so stoked to be out here. This energy is unreal. They love being on TV. And guess what? They're downloading the Atlanta News First app. Look at all this. Look at this. Yeah.
Let's go.
Download the app. You know, what's so special is, you know, we're back and we're better, right? That's the big part about this. We're back and we're better. And PeachtreeTV is doing it first. We are the first station in Atlanta to broadcast the Pride Parade. And look at this. Look at our float. We're doing it bigger and we're doing it better. Look at this. Pride Parade, Atlanta News First, A&F. You're going to see this all over town. You're going to see it on billboards. You're going to see it in every commercial break. You're going to see Atlanta News First serving your community first. Right, Rob? It's a great time out here with all of our community members.
This is great. Hey, use the hashtag #PrideOnPeach. That is what Tori was just talking about. That is the only Atlanta-owned TV station, PeachtreeTV and Atlanta News First. We're so proud to be out here broadcasting this beautiful and loving event. Guys, we'll send it back to you. But isn't this a scene? You're on TV, guys. Let's see it. Let's see it.
You're
Come
on
on. Show me some energy here.
That'll be right. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, guys, thanks so much. You can kind of feel that this is excitement that has been building among these people for the last couple of years with no parade. It's like they're trying to jam 3 years of parades into today's parade with all of the excitement, all the energy, all the love, and we're bringing it to you right here on Peachtree TV. Atlanta News First celebrates Pride, and we're doing it all day long. We're glad you're with us. Don't go away.
You're watching the Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all. The Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by the Atlanta Hawks.
And welcome back to our coverage as we say hello to some of our colleagues on the Atlanta News First float that is going by our location right now. We are out and about, up and down the parade route and on the float, showing our support for the LGBTQ community here in Metro Atlanta.
And the crowd
Georgia.
could not be more better behaved. Whenever there's a large public event, security is at the utmost to make sure the spectators as well as the planners and the folks who are in the parade are safe. We have seen no problems. Atlanta on its best behavior, but there are some rules. Let's go to Tracy Hutchins. Tracy Hutchins is along the parade route where it's going to finish in the finale at Piedmont Park, where they made it very clear today they want you to come. It's absolutely free, but no bikes, no scooters, no pets unless it's a service dog, no tailgating, and no smoking. But Tracy, I will tell you, if I'm going to keep it real, we've been sniffing some stuff that doesn't quite smell legal.
Not everybody's following the rules.
Not everybody.
No, not everybody, but I'll tell you what, for the most part, everyone has. They do say no pets, but we have seen a few people with pets, and you know what? They're wearing their pride bandanas too. But I'll tell you what, the floodgates have opened here at Piedmont Park. Ryan Bellamy, my photographer, is going to show you. Look at the crowd out there. I'm going to try and track down whoever that is wearing those balloon costumes. You see the orange, the red, and the purple? Yeah, because that looks pretty amazing. So a lot of people coming off the parade route, coming here to Piedmont Park, because again, the party does not stop, goes on until late tonight. And this is the great thing, I think, when you come to an event like this, when you have a festival and you have booths, is you discover some really cool things. I want to introduce you to Brian. He is, excuse us. There's a lot of folks. We're kind of walking through the path here. Hi, gentlemen. How are you? How are you? So this is Rainbow Quest, and this is Brian. Brian, how you doing?
We're doing great. We're so happy to be here in Piedmont Park for Atlanta Pride this year.
Oh, we are happy to be here too. So Brian, tell me about this Rainbow Quest, the board game, because this is an LGBTQ plus board game. How does this work?
It works like a charm. It is a life-saving game, literally. Everyone starts at the bleak, colorless world. We'll call it Florida for now. And they make their way along the colorful rainbow pathway filled with 9 different challenges towards the better world for everyone. We'll call it Piedmont Park. And the game is meant to teach people about the heroes from the queer community that we never learn about in school, that made the world a better place so that young people and older people can develop authentic pride in who they are by knowing who their people are. We're so thrilled that this year the New York City Board of Education is using the game in 250 schools to affirm and support their queer students, teachers, and families. The game is being researched at the University of Lynchburg, Virginia, for its psychosocial value and suicide preventing benefits.
Brian,
We're so thrilled.
Oh, I am thrilled too. Brian, that's amazing. Very colorful board here, and you're selling the game here at Piedmont Park, right?
We certainly are. We have the game here for sale at $65. We're a small nonprofit. You can also order it online at rainbowquest.org. And you can also make a donation to sponsor the game to be shipped to a school that you know needs it, or a community group. It's great for the family game night too.
Absolutely.
Playing it with kids is amazing.
All right, Brian, thank you so much. So you know what you do discover. Thank you, Happy Pride. It is nothing but love out here. I think we're going to make our way down because again, as I mentioned, lots of food booths, lots of drink booths, you know, some spirits if you'd like that as well. This is the party. This is where the party is at here at Piedmont Park. And again, the stages, I think we're going to try and make our way over to one of the stages. A lot of people have set up their tents. They're going to camp out all evening long. The weather is gorgeous. You know what? You couldn't ask for a better Pride weekend. Back to you.
Thank you, Tracy. And as we're looking at the screen, you can see the Truest bank float. This is Truest's first appearance under the Truest name at the Atlanta Pride Parade. Truest says they are inspired to build better lives and communities by being there, listening, and making real connections. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Truest Bank, member FDIC. Look at those crowds.
Absolutely. You know, you talk about Truest. We've seen Delta. We've seen UPS. So many different businesses that want to come out and show their support and let not only the community, the LGBTQ plus community know, but all of Atlanta. I mean, if you are inclusive as a business, you're doing something right. And a lot of these businesses are coming out and showing their policies here. They're putting their best foot forward
and
today.
And Rick, it's not just the businesses that are showing up in record numbers. There were over 300 entrants for just the parade floats, 6,000 total entries. But this is in the midterm elections are coming up. We're weeks away. This is one of the largest voting blocks, and we have made history at the Atlanta Pride Parade. Both Senator Ralph V.L. Warnock and John Ossoff, they both attended the parade this year. It's the first time in history that 2 sitting U.S. senators have been in the parade.
Well, it's 2022, you know, and you think about how many years this parade's been going on, how many years there's been Atlanta Pride, and the changes, the advances over the last 5 years even has been so remarkable that you can see people coming out more comfortable expressing their own true selves and expressing their solidarity if they're allies of the LGBTQ+
Well,
community.
you
Don't
know
be
who,
shy about that.
You know who I missed this year?
Who?
And that's John Lewis.
Yes.
Because he participated every year. So when Nikema Williams came by, she got a large amount of applause. But the late
She has
John
his old
Lewis,
seat in
she has
Congress.
5th District Congresswoman now. But I remember when he passed that his funeral procession came through this area to the Rainbow intersection, just so he made that pass through to remind people about how he felt about the LGBTQ+ community.
And he did it way before it was
popular. Way before.
He did it way before, and it's something that we made note of. Just looking at the record number of entrants that are participating in the parade.
Oh, it looks
there's a
like
fire.
there's fire.
We have breaking
All right.
news that we're following right now.
Breaking
There's a car
news.
fire on the parade route. We're trying to get the Atlanta News First chopper is over the scene. Again, the parade route has stopped because a car has caught on fire. As you can see, it's still very active. Large plumes of black smoke rising above what looks to be a red, possible old Cadillac. Could be, but it looks like a car from this vantage point, looking at an Atlanta News First chopper from above the scene. This is at 10th and Piedmont.
Right behind us.
It's directly behind us. If you are in this area, you live in the neighborhood, if you look up in the sky, you're going to see those big, huge plumes of smoke. Again, the parade route has stopped in Atlanta because of this fire. Atlanta Fire will try to actively get this doused out and get it stopped. We're unsure how long this will create a halt in the activities, but we will keep you posted both on air and online.
Well, this is really unfortunate. You hope that there's... Let's go to Don Shipman. He's been able to get over to this area where this fire is taking place. Don, what can you tell us?
So, hey, what's going on? Yeah, we can see that it is that red Cadillac that is on fire right now, and it is ablaze right now. What I can tell you is that the people in this area are being told that they need to move to the side streets. You can see that the vehicle is off to the side of the road, and the bystanders, the people who are here for the parade, they have been moved away. And we can also see that a lot of the floats have stopped in this area. It doesn't look as though anyone is in the vehicle. And at this point, we do see Atlanta police who are on bicycles making their way in this direction, and then really just trying to keep people away from this vehicle. I'm sorry if I'm out of breath because I literally came running down to this area right here. But if you can get a closer look over here, it is on fire right there. You can see that thick black smoke, and right now Atlanta PD is just basically trying to keep people away from this area. To give you an idea of where it is right along the parade route, and it's also right along the park. So people in the park as well, they're being asked to kind of move out of the way or move away from this area.
Well, the
it doesn't
one thing
appear
is
that
for
anyone
sure,
is in that vehicle.
There's a fire department literally around the corner.
Don, I'm not sure if you can hear Armonica Pearson speaking to you.
I can.
She mentioned that where this fire is with this car that's actively burning, there is a fire department.
Right on 14th Street.
Not far
literally right there by the senior citizens home.
Well,
but probably because of the traffic, they're having a difficult time in. Literally, the fire department is around the corner.
Well, this is very unfortunate. Good news,
Exactly.
at least. Apparently, it doesn't seem as though there is anybody in that vehicle right now. But as you can see, it's a total loss, and it's going to take some water to put those flames out. We are going to continue to follow the breaking news story, and we're also very, very hopeful that we'll be able to get back to our parade coverage so that we can get back to the subject that we are here to talk about.
There's the fire department arriving right now.
So it looks like they'll be able to get there pretty easily. They have a straight path to this Cadillac that was a part of the parade. I believe this was a car that was a part of the parade procession. Something obviously went wrong, but we're watching these live pictures. 10th and Piedmont, fire truck now arriving on the scene, blocking our camera view, but they are going to get in there and do their job and put these flames out so that we can get back to celebrating this wonderful Pride Parade. Again, these are pictures from the Atlanta News First chopper. high over scene. Still a lot of smoke coming from that car.
That is a very active fire. Whenever you see those black plumes, it means that it is getting the energy that it needs to continue to burn rapidly. Again, Atlanta Fire Department has quickly arrived on the scene. You can see crews running on the right side of your screen, trying to get those hoses attached to a fire hydrant and get that fire out. If you're just joining us right now, there is a fire of a car on 10th and Piedmont. This is exactly along the parade route. We've learned that the Atlanta Pride organizers have halted the parade until this braking situation can be resolved. We have been asking questions to find out who owned the car, what part of the parade, were they an actual entrant in the parade. This looks like the car is a total disaster. It was completely engulfed in flames by the time that our Atlanta News First chopper got above the scene. But we're hearing at this hour from our reporter Don Shipman, who was on location, who said that there appears to be that everyone that was inside that car was able to escape and get out. But again, a car fire near the parade route on 10th and Piedmont. The parade route has been shut down. Our Don Shipman is on location. Don, you have a vantage point. We can see it much better than we can. Have you heard anyone tell you at this point, what did that car, what float did it belong to?
We don't know what float it belonged to. I remember it going by when we were at the Rainbow Crosswalk, though. It is that red Cadillac car, and the top of it is like on fire, and that's probably what is causing the black smoke along with the front tires. I do know that when the fire trucks came down around the corner there, literally everyone in this area started cheering for the firefighters to get here. And then people from the sidelines also helping out to help the firefighters get the hoses out of the truck. And right now they're extinguishing that fire, and you can see that smoke just billowing out of that vehicle right there. Again, the parade route has stopped right now, and all eyes are on this red vehicle, and all eyes on the Atlanta Fire Department, Virginia Highland here as well, helping to put out this car fire. Really an incredible sight.
And not only...
Well, kudos to our first responders, because, Monica, you had mentioned that, I mean,
More
literally
cheers.
the fire department was less than a block away. The spectators are cheering, and the fire department has actively been able to get here within a matter of minutes and get this fire out.
Yeah, they were a hop, skip, and a jump away. The only other thing we now have to be concerned about for the parade to start again is somebody's got to tow that car out of the way. So if there's a nearby wrecker service and you're watching and listening, please come get this car, because we've waited 2 years for this parade.
Well, we promised you a hot event, and we are delivering. Car on fire, not something you see every day in a parade, certainly not something that was planned. But the good news is it appears as though that fire now under control. The Atlanta Fire Department arriving on the scene very quickly and putting out those flames. A big thank you to our men and women at the fire department, Atlanta's bravest, doing the job. We're going to keep on following this story, and we're going to keep on following the parade, because that's what we're here for. Our coverage continues right here on Peachtree TV. Atlanta News First is celebrating Pride, and we're glad that you're with us. We'll be right back.
Why? Because it's right here.
Oh.
Welcome back, and this is Atlanta News First celebrating Pride. We're so glad you're with us on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Midtown Atlanta. We've been following some breaking news on a fire that broke out in a vehicle that was a part of the parade. We're going to get back to that in a minute, but we want to say thank you so much to Caribou Coffee, to Piedmont Nails and Spa, and especially to Blue Med Spa for hosting us all day long. This is not the first time Blue Med Spa has hosted us here at their location, and we have just a remarkable vantage point, and we really do thank them for their generous hospitality.
And I have a quick correction to make. I've been living in Henry County too long. The fire station is right there.
I mean, literally to our
to
left.
my left. So they didn't have to go far, but the fire, what's it looking like now?
Well, let's go to Tori Cooper and Rob Hughes, Atlanta News First news anchors. They are quickly got to that location. Tori and Rob, I don't know if you've been able to talk to eyewitnesses. Will they give you any indication of what may have sparked that fire in the first place?
I mean, it really is hard to say, guys, but what a mix of emotions here on 10th Street, of course, in the middle of this Pride Parade. Everybody's celebrating, and then, of course, this car completely engulfed in flames. Now, I got to give a huge shout-out to Atlanta Fire. They were here quickly. We were arriving just at the same time as they were, and they put this thing out in a matter of minutes. So huge shout out to them for some quick work. It looks like everything's okay. The people who are in that vehicle are okay, and we have escaped any type of injury. We've heard a lot of cheering from people who are supporting Atlanta Fire Crews are out here putting this fire out, and hopefully this Pride Parade will continue. But right now we've split this parade in half. We have, of course, a ton of people in this area. We have some young ladies right here. Guys, what did you see?
Okay, we seen like it was finna like explode. We seen like people getting out the car and stuff, and the fire building up to explosion. And we seen like everybody running. Yeah, we was kind of scared. We thought we was finna die.
Did you scoot back? I mean, it seems like we're only a few feet away from this car right now.
Yeah, we scooted back until like we saw the fire people coming and stuff, and we was kind of worried because there was more cars behind us and stuff like that. Like we didn't want nothing to happen or whatever.
A relief, right? To see the fire crews respond so quickly. It's completely out and no one was hurt. That's the best part about all of this, and we can continue with the festivities. That's what it's really all about, bringing you the good news and, of course, what you want to see first. I do want to point out there's no other news crew out here besides Atlanta News First. Right here on PeachtreeTV, we have all of this surrounded, and the fire department's doing a really great job, but we want to be the first to tell you the good news is coming back, because we are back and we are better still. Everyone is ready for this parade to continue. Rob?
All right, check this out. I want to take you back to the car, guys. They're telling us not to go any further than this. Of course, we're only separated by a few police officers and fire crews, but you can see that car is still smoking, an old red Cadillac. I've seen a picture before that car started smoking from people on this route, and it appeared just like any other car on the route. Nothing going on, and then it started smoking. It appears they pulled over to the side as it began to catch fire, and certainly we know that everyone was out of that car based on viewer accounts. So fortunately, it seems like we've escaped anything, and Tori, hopefully we'll be able to continue celebrating this. A lot of people celebrating the fire crews out here, which has been really nice to see.
And the energy, it came down a little bit, right? Because this is not what you want to find out when you're out here with your family. People drove miles and hours for this, but the good news is they do this quickly. They get this wrapped up. No one was hurt, so we could get back to the good times. Look at this. Good times rolling. They're starting us to move back right now because they're going to do it. Oh, look, he's telling us to wave it in. Look, we're going.
Parade. You heard it right there from the police.
The parade is going to continue. We're going to get back on the float. We're going to start giving out more PeachtreeTV bags. We're going to give out our beads. We're going to get back to the party and the good time and celebrating our city, because we're not going to let a fire bring us down.
Man, I mean, truly some tense moments there. That fire was enormous, and I'm sure we've seen a lot of different vantage points from Atlanta News First Chopper. And guys, it seems like we're doing okay here. We have multiple reporter crews over here. I'm going to send it over to Don Shipman. Don?
Hey there, guys. Yeah, and I have one of the firefighters who helped to put out that fire. She was actually on one of the floats in the parade, and you were put right to work. So first of all, tell me your name.
I'm Sharonda Clark.
And I guess, what was that like? I mean, your call to action right away.
Absolutely. So we had just finished doing our walk through the parade, and at the end, on the way back, that's when people was yelling, it's a car that was on fire. So immediately, the fire department, we actually sprung right into action. And you could actually see the header. We say header when it means that you can see the smoke and the flames in the sky. So we saw that, and then we called, and my fire chief was actually walking in the parade too, so he got on the radio and called the fire truck. And they went right to work. I actually was able to help too.
Always at work.
My own department, absolutely. Walking with them, and then I went right to put out
Welcome to Hotlanta today.
Hotlanta.
The good thing is, like we mentioned, no one was hurt. They were able to get out of the vehicle. So.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And what was it like? I got to ask this. When you guys pulled around that corner, there were cheers from everyone here.
Yes. When I tell you, that is one of the best moments about this time is the crowd, the energy. I absolutely love it. Every year, this is what I look forward to.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. All right, yeah. Fantastic. It was really incredible to watch when the fire trucks came around that corner. Literally everyone started cheering. And then, like we just mentioned, the parade is starting up again. Let's do a little circle around here and see. The parade has started, and when they said they could start the parade, everyone started cheering once again. So we are back to normal here in Atlanta. This is just a normal day here in Atlanta. just a normal day. I'll send it back to you guys.
Our first responders making a big, huge difference for us on the parade route. Thank you, Don. And, you know, I can't stress this enough. It's been 2 years since we've been able to have a Pride parade in person. So even though, you know, we made light of the fire, no one was hurt. We're glad it's over. Our apologies to the person who lost that classic Cadillac, because that's not a cheap car. But the parade is going on because we have waited so long for this moment. 300 entrants this year, record number, 6,000 participants. We even have a gray TV parade. We have also a float. But there's a float directly behind us. I'm not sure if our cameras can pan behind it, but I want us to focus on it if we can. Do you ever watch RuPaul's Drag Show?
Yes.
Okay, well, there is Derrick Berry. I don't know if you're familiar with Derrick Berry, but she is famous for impersonating Britney Spears. So close that people think she is Britney Spears. She's in the red dress. There she is right there.
She looks exactly like Britney Spears.
She does a fantastic job. But this goes to show you the scope of this parade here. It started in 1969. It has grown to the point where it is a global event, the largest in the Southeast. But I've been on the ground here covering this parade, and I have talked to people personally who have flown in from other countries, from other states, just to be here.
Well, we've got a lot more in store for you. We've got Britney Spears lookalikes. We've got cars on fire. We've got everything for you right here.
7 Grand Marshals.
That's right, 7 Grand Marshals. We'll tell you about them. We've got a lot of great stuff ahead. Please keep it right here on Peachtree TV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're watching the Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by Blue Med Center and Spa. The best time for smart lipo is now.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are here on a very special day. It is Pride Parade Day here in Atlanta. That is a Britney Spears lookalike. Not the real deal, but she looks pretty good.
A very famous Britney Spears lookalike. That's Derrick Berry from RuPaul Drag Show. Impersonates Britney Spears in a way that no one else can, and very popular for it.
Well, let's check in now with Lana Harris and Brooks Baptiste. They are out on the parade route by the beginning of the parade route, where it began a little while ago. What's going on, guys?
You know what? It is incredible. We had a whole car on fire, and nobody over here had any idea.
No idea. They were just looking like, okay, we're slowing down, but why? Hey, we've been looking at the beginning of the parade to see how long this is going to go.
Yeah.
And there are still so many folks back there.
So many people. But you know what? They're still bringing it, because, how great do they look? One of the best things out here has been the outfits.
They know how to party.
Yes. It is a
you know what?
And you know what? If you'll turn around, here's one thing we haven't been able to show you yet. If you'll turn around, look how many people are out here. It is so incredible to see the streets packed like this.
Yeah, and I think what's really incredible, there's a little bit of something for everybody out here. You've got the dancers. I've seen roller skaters. They were talking about a Britney Spears lookalike. I saw a Katy Perry out here. And what's funny is I really thought it was Katy Perry. I said, Lana, what is Katy Perry doing out here?
It was just a nice woman in a hat. It was not Katy Perry.
It was Katy Perry's cousin. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, anyway, but this is great.
Yeah, look at the people. Give us an ear.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yes. Now we saw you guys were throwing beads. Nobody's had to do anything for these beads. Now everybody keep it clean.
Listen, we're seeing it all out here, and man, it's just been really good. This one right here looks like pets are loving support, and then you've got this moms group right here too. So I think what's been the most incredible part of this is literally every piece of a family is out here. I've seen kids, I've seen moms, I've seen dads, I've seen the cousins, the aunties, the uncles, and everybody else, meaning people are really being supported.
Yeah, and there's so many different types of floats. Delta, Coke,
like
you said, pets, everything. I saw a little Hispanic, like, dun, 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 dun. So it's just been really cool to be out here.
We just can't stop dancing, because come on now, this is
so we
Pride,
can tell you there's still a lot more floats to go, and we'll just have to throw it back to you guys from here.
All right, nicely done. So, Katy Perry lookalike, Britney Spears lookalike. Patrick Quinn looks like he could play point guard for the LA Lakers. He's out on the parade route tonight with a great-looking yellow headband. You look super, guy.
I am the only guy here with the yellow headband that I've seen. I'm also joined with Freddie the Falcon. The Falcons, they're playing the Buccaneers today down south, but you're right here. You're all decked out. You're ready for Pride. Freddie the Falcon living his best life here on Peachtree. We love it. Let's walk forward, Freddie. Come with us. We're going to keep traveling along the parade route. Yeah, you lead the way. You lead the way. We're rocking and rolling. We're rocking and rolling. Here we go. It's amazing out here, guys. Again, we're walking along Peachtree, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a backup right now, and that is because of that car fire that slowed things down just a little bit, but obviously it hasn't stopped all of the fun. We're working down here to 6th Avenue, and here's the backup right now that you're seeing, and we're going to continue to walk down and see all these people. They, of course, like you heard, they didn't hear anything about this car fire. They're here for the fun. They're here for Pride. This city is alive right now. And Sean, I think you said it earlier that this is maybe 3 parades all packed into one. There's so many people out here right now. And I want to introduce you to a couple people I met earlier. I was talking with them before the parade started, and here we are right here. What was your name again? Helen, nice.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You guys have been out here from the very, very start.
Oh, yeah.
What brought you out this year?
Right away. This is actually our first year at the Atlanta Pride, and I feel like it's the perfect time to bring our nearly 4-year-old daughter. I know this is one that she's going to remember. She's only ever been to one in her life, but this one she will not forget.
It's a big one. What message do you hope she gets out of this, seeing the thousands of people walk by you?
There are so many families that need to see ourselves reflected, and this is a huge opportunity to see families like ours. They're, dads raising their kids here. We are 2 moms raising our daughter. It's really important to see it reflected back to us and to be a part of it.
What does it say to you as parents? I mean, to see this level of support from your city?
Yeah, as a queer teenager, it wasn't something that I saw. And so I feel so excited to be here in Atlanta at this time, to see the politicians supporting us. It's a really special place to be.
And guys, there are moments like this all along the parade route. We stopped, and it's a different level of emotion you just heard right there. I mean, a level of acceptance. Certainly some emotion that we heard there. We're also seeing a huge party atmosphere. We're getting it all today here in Atlanta, but that's the scene right now here on Peachtree. Back to y'all.
Patrick, we're jamming to the Atlanta Hawks right now. You probably can't even hear me because it is so loud. But whether you're a first-time Atlanta Pride spectator, whether you are an ally of the LGBTQ plus community, or you've been doing this for the 52 plus years that the parade has been in Atlanta, the parade has something for everyone. Our Alan Devlin is along the parade route. Alan, from the vantage point where you are, what's the mood? Because it's popping over here.
Sean, it's popping right here, too. I promise you that. Here, look around at this diversity out here on Peachtree right now. It just keeps coming. Now, thankfully, there was no slowdown here from that car fire. No one even knew it happened, and the floats in this area weren't impacted. So we've been rolling. The party has not stopped. We're having a good time. Now, what I want to show you is I was talking about diversity when I mentioned black, white, Hispanic, Asian. It is across the board. We've got old supporters, and we've got young supporters, too, right here. Look at this group of people I just ran into a little bit ago. All right, so first, tell me your name.
Chase Abrams.
Chase, gotcha. How does it feel to be out here at the parade?
My name's actually Chaser with an O.
Chase, gotcha. My bad.
With an O, not an N.
Oh, okay. He's got me with the name, y'all. How's it feel to be out here?
It's really cool. There's a lot of different brands. I have a UPS flag. They give it a lot of candy.
Yeah, the candy's been crazy, hasn't it? You've gotten a bunch? What's your name?
Emerson.
And how do you feel to be out here?
It feels really good.
Is this your first Pride Parade?
No.
So you've been out here before. How many times?
This is my 3rd.
This is your 3rd. You've been to more than I have. And how old are you?
10.
10 years old. Look at that. That's crazy. And then one more. What's your name?
My name's Campbell.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Good.
I love your shades, by the way. How are you feeling to be out here?
I feel good.
Good? That's a good word. I'd use good too. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me real quick. I'm gonna let you guys continue to enjoy your day, all right? Give me a high five, high five, high five. Now, high fives for everybody, high fives for everybody. And then they keep pulling up. The music gets louder, the party keeps going. But it's not just here. It's not just in this spot. It's miles of parade route. I want to show you guys over to Piedmont Park. My co-anchor, Tracy Hutchins, chilling right now, having what I'm sure is a great time. Tracy, how's it look over there?
Oh my goodness, Alan, I'll tell you what, this is the place to be if you want to party and have a good time and eat a lot as well. I want to introduce you to Joy, because before we take a look at this spread, Joy, how you doing? Come on over here. Come on over. Now tell me, you've been coming out to Pride for how long now?
About 15 years, but we've been doing this for 8 years.
So you're doing kind of like a tailgate thing. You're sitting here at the park, you know, you bring out all your friends. Like, what's the process? How do you do it?
I start maybe 6 weeks in advance, and then everybody will send their donation, and I'll get the caterers, and we have a team that come and set up, and we just enjoy Pride.
Love it, love it. Joy, thank you so much. And you can see they have the spread set up here, all the rainbow accoutrement, and they are ready to party, ready to go. You guys ready? Yeah! Happy Pride, happy Pride. How late will you guys be out here tonight, do you think? How late? She said about 6? Yeah. She said until the food runs out, basically, and that... Yeah, we did. We're Atlanta News First. How about that, right? Atlanta News First. Let's come on over here, because a lot of people have set up their tents. Ryan, I apologize. I'm making Ryan do a lot of hard work today. So you can see the stage that is set up there tonight, and out in the field out here in Piedmont Park. This is where, of course, all the floats and everyone lets out right here, and you just kind of sit out on the green there and have a great time. So we are here at Piedmont Park still having a good time, and this doesn't end until later on tonight around 10 o'clock, and down there under the tents there you can see the VIP area, but a lot of people set up really ready to celebrate, you know, because it doesn't just end with the parade. This festival is going to keep going throughout the night. Back to you.
Tracy, thank you so much. You know, the Atlanta Pride.
And can we mention, this is Tri-Cities High School. That is a fabulous band, and they're sponsored by Porsche. So I just wanted to mention that. Tri-Cities High School.
Let's listen in a little bit. They're performing right now just to absorb the moment. These students have worked hard to be able to perform in Atlanta Pride Parade. Let's listen in. Well, of course, when I say let's listen in, they're
and
now
look
marching.
At the Porsches. The Porsches have now been painted in Pride colors.
And that is what this is all about. Pride Parade would not be possible without the hundreds of volunteers who put in the sweat equity completely for free to help put off a huge event that is the largest Pride event in the Southeast. This year, record attendance, 150,000 people are here watching the Atlanta Pride Parade in Midtown right now. This is going to be bigger and better. That is what the Atlanta Pride Committee has said from the very get-go. And we have Tony Kearney. You're a community pride volunteer. You've been active with Atlanta Pride for 10 plus years. You've served on the board. And one thing I noticed in Atlanta, because I've been in other cities where they have Pride Parades, but Atlanta's been very unique. They don't just have the Pride Parade, but they also celebrate Black Pride.
Yes, we do.
What is the difference? Why do you have to separate it?
So first off, I'm excited to be back here. Back on this set. I was at home watching. I thought maybe we need to gay it up a little bit more. So that's why I came dressed like this.
Well, you had a few surprises for us, too.
I got some surprises, of course. But in 1996, there were a group of friends who were, it was Labor Day, and they were having a picnic in the park. And they thought, let's have an event, because at that time, Atlanta Pride was not inclusive of people of color. So this cookout turned into Black Pride, and it's a tradition every year that we have on Labor Day. And other cities like New York and D.C. do it as well.
So will Black Pride be participating in the actual Pride Parade today?
Sometimes, yes, they do actually have floats in the parade sometimes.
Well, this year they've had a record number of entrants, 300.
Yes.
6,000 completely entries altogether. Did the pandemic play a role? Do you think that people are just, they were ready and hungry for it this year?
I think we were cooped up for too long, and it was crazy. I'm an extrovert, so for me being at home by myself for a year almost like went crazy. But I know our community, we are always ready to party. Atlanta does it well. We do it safe. We always have a great time. So I think everybody's been itching since when June, all the prides happened across the country, people were like, let's plan, let's get ready, let's get ready. I had friends who were like, what kind of things are we going to do? So today's the explosion of all of that.
Right. Well, can I ask you to do something for us?
Yes, Monica.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rub your chest?
I want Monica to do it. I've always wanted you to touch my chest, Monica. So pride, this is my definition of pride.
Voila.
Pride is love, ladies and gentlemen. Pride is love. It's always love.
Before we let you go, the parade will culminate at Piedmont Park.
Yes.
And that's really when the party gets started. Gray TV will have a sound stage along with Coca-Cola. Big, huge performers this year. Flo Rida, Big Freedom, just to name some of them. Why are they attracted to Atlanta versus going somewhere else?
Oh, well, we're in October, so we don't compete with anybody. So, you know, it's easier to get artists here. And also at the end of the night tonight is the Starlight Cabaret, which is the hugest drag show in Atlanta. Over 5,000 people will be in the park watching all those performances.
Well, Tony Kearney, we appreciate
Thank you
so
Sean.
much.
Thank you, Monica.
Happy
Pride.
We appreciate you.
And we'll be back right after this break. Don't go away.
The Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all.
And this is the 52nd annual Atlanta Pride celebration here. It's been a couple of years since we've been able to have a parade, but we are back and better than ever. You could see the excitement in the crowd. And there was some unexpected excitement just about 20 minutes or so ago when one of the cars involved in the parade suddenly became engulfed in flames. You could see right there on the right-hand side of your screen a red classic Cadillac that was part of the parade. Something obviously went wrong. We don't know exactly what, but you can see the entire car engulfed in those flames. Thankfully, there's a fire station right down the street.
Right next to us.
Right next to us. And so this was the scene just a couple of minutes after the fire started. You saw the first responders arrive on the scene, and literally within about a minute or two of putting water on that car, the flames were under control. The danger was squashed. So thankfully, no problems, no threat to anybody who was here enjoying the celebrations today. And as far as we know, no injuries or any problems with anybody who might have been in that car when that fire broke out. Again, we have been on the scene trying to get more information about it. But the good news is everybody's okay and the fire is out.
And there were firefighters who were marching in the parade who immediately went into firefighter mode. And I think that's fascinating.
It goes to show you why we appreciate our first responders so much. But now it's the next chapter. We have reporters out on the field who are asking questions to find out who did the car belong to, which part of the parade route, which participant were they a part of. There were 300 entrants in this parade today, 6,000 entrants altogether. It is a record and a banner year for Atlanta Pride Festival. It has been 2 years since they've been able to be in person. We've got perfect weather, we've got perfect conditions, and we have got the biggest and best parade event, the Pride Parade in Southeast. It is considered the largest in the Southeast right here in Atlanta, and it couldn't be a better day for it.
It really is gorgeous.
And isn't Don Shipman over there now to give us more information about that fire?
Don was one of the first reporters there on the scene. Hey, Don.
Yeah, what I can tell you is that I talked to some people who were actually right there when that fire broke out. They were along the sidelines, along the parade route. They said that everyone in the vehicle got out of there safely. They said that they noticed that it was smoking. The people in the vehicle noticed it was smoking as well, and they were able to get out. I can also tell you this. My photographer, Sam, said we were up by the Rainbow Crosswalk at the time. He said when he saw that vehicle go by, he noticed a little bit of a smell. So it was smoking early on. And of course, that driver of that vehicle was able to pull over, and then that's when it engulfed in flames. But everyone did make it out. We also talked to that firefighter who also confirmed with us that everyone made it out safely. So no one hurt. Back to the parade, right? I want to talk about the parade because this is, it's just incredible to see so many people here. I've been talking to so many people saying that, like, to see all these people coming out and just all the love. I want to show you this right here. There's a group of people here, a group of women giving out free mom hugs. And it's just amazing. I've been watching people walk up and, giving a mom hug. So I have to participate as well. Can I? Can I? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really, it's hard to explain how great that feels. I want to take you up here as well because this is so incredible too. We have 3 dad hugs as well. So first of all, I gotta ask, what made you decide to come out here today?
So I had 2 of my friends that were, when they came out of the closet, they were kicked out of their house by their dads, and I figured there's got to be a few people around here that maybe need a little dad hugs.
Where are you from?
From Atlanta, from here.
So that's what prompted all of this. And I've been noticing people come up and give a hug. And what has that been like for you? You know,
it gets kind of emotional. It's amazing. Some people you can tell really need it. So, and some people just want to have a hug.
And I think I'm going to do the same thing. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, it is pretty incredible. It's kind of hard to explain when you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community. I had a wonderful coming out. I had supportive family and friends, and my parents were awesome. But to watch others walk up and to receive that hug, it really is important. And then to also see so many people here in support of this community, of my community. And then I do have to give props because, you know, the company I work for, Gray TV, we're broadcasting this live. That is so important. It is so important, and it's amazing to be a part of it. But anyway, got to get back to what's going on here. There are so many people here. We are at the corner of Myrtle and 10th, and there are so many people here. I want to go across the street here. Let's kind of cross over here and just, you know, say hello to some more people along the way. I chatted with this girl over here. Over here, Sam. Sam's following me around, and I want to chat with you. Hi, how are you? What's your name?
I'm good. I'm Delaney.
So is this your first Pride?
This is my first Pride in Atlanta, yeah. My first real one. So.
How's it been? What do you think?
I'm losing my voice. I've been screaming so much. It's really exciting. I love seeing all the people that come out in the community, all the people giving free hugs and everything. And of course, it's a party, it's a protest, it's a parade. It's awesome to see. It's so
Any favorite floats?
I saw Derrick Berry on a float, and I screamed so hard that I lost my voice a little, and she blew me a kiss, and I love her. So that was a big one.
I got a little out of control with the Britney Spears impersonator.
That's Derrick Berry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Derrick
Okay, I didn't know the name.
She's from RuPaul's Drag Race. She's amazing.
I'm so bad at this. I feel I'm like a bad gay, basically.
It's okay. You're forgiven. But yes, Derrick Berry. She was incredible. I screamed a little bit too hard.
Yeah, so I was too. All right.
Yeah.
See? Okay. I apologize. I didn't know that. All right, let's send it back to you.
You know what's funny? RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul actually honed his skills here in Atlanta.
Wow.
And many people forget that he performed here for years and came here to go to performing arts school. And now he's won over 12 Emmys. So Atlanta has been a hub for all kinds of entertainment, and RuPaul has taken it way above what anyone ever imagined.
We've heard that from Atlanta's own mayor, Andre Dickens. He said in his own proclamation for Atlanta Pride that Atlanta influences everything and Atlanta is inclusive of all. And we heard Don, our reporter in the Fail, his own personal story about coming out, having supportive family. It shows you really how far Atlanta has come, because you can't really appreciate what you're seeing on the screen right now unless you knew what it was like when it initially started.
Yes.
It was a challenge. And a perfect example of the growth that we have seen with Atlanta Pride Parade is that we just took a look at the 300 record number of entrants that are in floats in today's parade. It has corporations, it has personal individuals, but one thing that, Rick, you spotted and I found incredibly enlightening was that the number of churches that or institutions of faith that are in the parade as a float, being inclusive, along with making history today. We had 2 sitting senators who participated in the parade route today.
Let's go out to Brooks Baptiste and Lana Harris. They are towards the beginning of the parade route. They get to see all the floats before we do. What do we have coming up, guys?
Well, let's just say one of us has been collecting so much free stuff that they can't even hold their microphone.
Listen, you got to make these events work for you. Where else are you going to go to just be minding your own business, doing some work, and get handed some wipes for your derriere?
I like the way you put that. Man, oh man. So actually, you know, right, how you can see behind us that
Yeah.
not many people are moving right now, and this is actually a result of earlier
Yes.
from that car fire. So that's kind of where it should just show you how far away that was from us, and now we're really starting to see that impact here. But things are starting to move along, and they will be in just a second. At least where we're seeing, we can see folks moving again. I want to just show you guys. Do you see this amount of people out here?
There are so many people, but you know what? You know, we lost the music, so you
Yeah,
know,
we make our own music where we go. But I do want to bring you guys to. Oh, is this a song you wrote?
No, that's what the people do. That's a song.
I
See,
didn't.
these young people
I'm
don't know
sorry.
anything.
Hey,
Well,
we
are
did
by a good
have
group,
a
yeah.
really cool organization over. Y'all say hey to the people. I just want you to see these signs out here. I was straight, but it was just a phase. Proud mom of a gay man. I love my gay son. And I'm going to come over in here and talk because I just made myself a new friend. Come on over here. What's your name?
Catherine.
All right, Catherine. So I'm looking at the signs, and you guys are with who?
P-Flag.
All right, so this is P-Flag. Who are you out here for?
I'm out here for my whole family.
And what do you mean by that when you say I'm out here for my whole family?
Well, my wife, I'm married, got married in 2015 right after the Supreme Court ruling. I'm a transgender woman. I have a trans son. I have a bisexual daughter. My wife has a gay son. So our whole family has the whole LGBT alphabet. But P-Flag is a support organization. We have almost 400 chapters in the U.S., and we're here to give support to people who have children, friends, family members, community members that come out as LGBT.
Talk about why this is such an incredible and important event to be a part of. Again, you have your whole family just about who is a part of this community. We know just historically things haven't always been easy as you've just, you know, living your lives. So as you see all these people who are out to show support, what does that mean for you?
It's awesome. We love to come to Pride every year, so I mean it's awesome to see the support because you know you need to have this in your life. Everybody needs to feel welcome wherever they go.
And you say you usually come, so I'm assuming we could probably count on you being out here just about every year, right?
Oh yes.
Okay, what does it mean to be back now that we've kind of pushed past the pandemic?
It's awesome. Now, last time we came, it was all rainy and cold, so this is great weather.
It's like the weather, it was just perfect, wasn't it? So nice to meet you, Catherine. Have fun, be safe out here. So yeah, things are looking really incredible out here, and it's just great, again, just to see all of that support and everybody being represented.
Yeah, and the excitement everybody has for it too. All right, guys, back to you.
All right, well, if you were with us earlier, you heard Monica Kaufman talk about what she used to do after her news shift years ago. There was a watering hole that she used to go to for a little after-work drinky poo.
And dancing.
And dancing. And that
great
place
house
was?
music, and that was Bulldogs. And it's
Bulldogs.
still there on Peachtree Street. And Madeline is there. Madeline Montgomery, are you learning more history about Bulldogs?
I am now wanting for you to come out here and have a drink and a little dance with me when we're off the clock because Bulldogs is such a good time. This parade is such a good time. And learning about Bulldogs, I mean, they've been there since the 70s. They survived the AIDS whole experience when so many people were afraid to go out to gay bars, and now here they are loud and proud, and one of the big spots to come for the parade. So let me take a little stroll with you guys to show you just how many people are out and about and decide to come to this area because they can hop into Bulldogs, again, a historic Atlanta spot for the gay community, and he also... And just a fun spot because you can pop in and grab a drink as you're watching the parade, which you can see a whole stream of people. And I actually have one friend here who's going to talk to me about being at the parade. So tell me what brings you out today.
I just came to celebrate love and pride in this community.
And what has been your favorite part of this whole parade so far?
I've enjoyed it from start to finish. It's just the whole parade as a whole. Saw Senator Warnock, Osnoff, Stacey Abrams, just different companies supporting gay pride and this freedom of love.
And tell me, when you come out here, like, does your energy just immediately lift with so much happiness, cheering, music, all that?
Yes, everybody's supportive, everybody's hugging each other, just showing love.
And who else you come out with today?
I came out with my cousin and his partner.
And had they been here before too?
This is his first year?
My first year. Second year.
Second year.
All right, well, love that you guys came back. Thank you guys for talking to me. So we're going to, again, stay out here, get some dancing in at Bulldogs, and just sing all the sights, sing all the woos from the parade track for now in Midtown. Madeline Montgomery, back to y'all.
All right, Madeline, thank you. It is loud here.
And Beyonce is heard everywhere. You can't break my soul.
Oh, I hope you're having as much fun at home as we are here, dancing up here on the main stage as we see the Comcast folks go on by. Some great music, some great people, some great fun. We've got it all covered for you right here on Peachtree TV. Atlanta News First celebrates Pride continues.
You're watching the Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all. You're watching the Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by Chris 180, changing directions, changing lives.
And welcome back on a beautiful Sunday. It's Pride Sunday in Atlanta, and you're watching the Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, a live look at the Rainbow Crosswalk, which is really ground zero for this wonderful celebration that we weren't able to hold for the last couple of years because of COVID, but we are back.
Back bigger and better than ever before. Record attendance at Atlanta Pride Parade. 150,000 spectators. That's like moving 3 cities into Midtown and Piedmont Park, along with Atlanta's already heavily dense population. Man, it is what a day for us. Perfect weather, clear skies, lots of sunshine, and a celebration of love and inclusion. It has been a long time coming, but when the parade finishes its route, the real big party starts at Piedmont Park, and that's where our Tracy Hutchins is right now. Tracy, Gray TV will have a sound stage there. Big performers expected today, including Flo Rida, Big Frida. A lot of people know her from Beyonce's hit "Break My Soul." And then you got lots of arts and crafts, food, vendors. And a big announcement that the parade organizers are making, Tracy, to those who are attending. Don't bring your own food. Support the vendors because they make it possible for the city of Atlanta to host this event for free. Well, it looks like we have a little technical problem with you, Tracy. We'll let you get your mic situated, but let's take a live look at ground zero, as you call it. Well, let's go back.
Tracy, can you hear us?
Sean, I apologize for that. Yeah, we got a lot going on because the party started here a long time ago. Wanted to bring you kind of back to home base. You were mentioning about the tents and the festival that is out here at Piedmont Park, and so many food vendors, and of course you can get drinks out here, you can get lots of great things. But wanted to bring you back to home base. We kind of parted the sea here because everyone who is actually in the parade is here now. A lot of people just hanging out in our Atlanta News First booth right here. Check this out. And man, they get a little video to take home. These lovely ladies. Look at that. Ladies, you did a great job. Yes, congratulations. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
You guys have been out at the festival for a while, or were you in the parade too?
We went to the parade too.
Oh, you went to the parade too. So what did you think? Is this your first Pride parade and festival?
Yes.
Yeah?
And we loved it.
You loved it?
The first one in Atlanta.
Oh, the first one in Atlanta.
Yes.
So are you from Atlanta or out of town?
No, we're not from Atlanta. Yeah. Actually, Marianne is visiting from New York.
Okay.
And we're from Beirut, Lebanon.
Wow, yeah. International crowd here celebrating Pride, right?
It was a great experience.
Who does it best? Atlanta, right?
Of course.
Of course, of course. Ladies, you look lovely. Happy Pride, happy Pride. I did want to show you really quick, too, that crowd that we showed you a little earlier. I don't know if you can tell the difference, you guys back there at the main stage, but man, this crowd is getting thick. There are so many people out here enjoying, again, the food and the booths and everything that people have to offer. And, of course, the performances that are coming up on the green there. Look, the crowd is so thick you can barely even see the tents off in the distance. So many people kind of bringing out, you know, their chairs, their tents, getting set up, because again, the party continues through tonight till 10 o'clock, but it has been an amazing day. I don't think we could have asked for better weather. Everyone is just so happy to be here, and the crowd is just full of love and community. It's just incredible to be out here. All right, back to you.
All right, Tracy, thank you so much. Looking around at this crowd, you know, you see people of all ages, all colors, all shapes and sizes. It really is something. It's just warms your heart to see everybody out here celebrating like this.
It's been a long time coming, Rick. We've waited 2 years. It's finally here, and it really, what you're seeing here with these record crowds is so indicative of the city is hungry to have something that doesn't have you stuck in a house looking at yourself all day. Let's go to Alan Devlin. He's on the parade route. Alan, what is the mood where you are?
We got bubbles. We got bubbles. Look, we got bubbles. We got bubbles. That's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all on TV, but hey, talk to me real quick. How's it feel to be out here in the parade?
Absolutely amazing.
Really?
Great to be back.
Okay, of course. This is your first one?
No.
Been doing it.
Yeah.
Been doing it. Georgia Aquarium. That's what's going on. You're in a shark head. Here.
Yeah,
How's it feel to be a part of the parade?
What was that?
How's it feel to be a part of the parade?
It's great. Clean up the oceans and happy pride.
So we have a shark, and the craziest thing is, you can't even see how deep this parade still goes. It goes all the way down Peachtree, and we've been here for about 2 hours now, and the floats, the participants, they just keep on coming, and the energy remains high. These people have been walking for hours now, hundreds of yards, but like you said, it's pent up energy from the last several years of not being able to do exactly this, to come out and celebrate and be proud of who you are in this Pride Parade. Each and every single, how you doing up there? Talk to me, talk to me.
Feel good. All the way from Dallas, Texas, feeling good. Representing from Walker's Way.
That's halfway across the country. You with her too in Dallas? How's it feel to be walking in Pride?
Feels awesome. Great.
Awesome.
Having a great time.
There you go, there you go. You guys keep it going. Keep it going, keep it going.
Give me a call.
Gotcha. So you can just feel the energy. I hope you guys watching can feel it through the screen. It is absolutely incredible out here. What do we have up here? I don't even know what that is. You see that over in the back, Ismir? The animal mask coming through? We're going to talk to him, I'll tell you that. We're going to find out. Excuse me, sir. How's it feel to be walking in Pride out here?
It's awesome.
Where you guys coming from?
Atlanta. Here.
Atlanta. He's barking into the mic. This is crazy. This is crazy out here. And every single event that comes through, it's something different. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what's going to come through. It is absolutely incredible. Wish you guys were out here with me, but I know that main stage is rocking too. I'm going to send it back to you guys.
You know what I love about what Alan has shown is that this is a huge celebration, and it's also a celebration of how far the LGBTQ community has come in Atlanta, because you can't really appreciate what we're seeing today unless you have respect for the history of how far they have come. I mean, this is the very first Pride event took place in 1970 on the first anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising in New York City, and it wasn't popular. And to come out and be able to be who you are, it was shunned upon and very difficult for members of the LGBT community. Organizers, they were so fearful in Atlanta about would it be accepted, considering how liberal and how Atlanta embraces its LGBT community. They opted to have a parade on a table in Piedmont Park in that year of 1970, and now they have 2022 record attendance.
But you know what you also need to remember, that the Atlanta gay community really got a shot in the arm, because shortly after what happened in New York at Stonewall, we had here in Atlanta, there was a film forum, and they were showing an Andy Warhol movie. I think it was called Lonesome Cowboy. Atlanta police raided it, took pictures of people who were there, and one person who was there actually filed suit against the city. And then from that, the gay community became so upset that then the Gay Federation was started, and what you were talking about all resulted from Stonewall to that film festival literally being raided by police. And what I've noticed over the years, that this happening right now, today, most people don't know that on October 11th, that's coming out day. So this is allowing young people seeing this parade, seeing the support all this weekend, that on October 11th, just a few days from today, they know they have the support to be able to come out of the closet or come out of where they are and say, this is who I am.
And that's very important for a lot of people. You know, we do stories on mental health, and we know that a lot of people have dealt with mental health issues during the pandemic. It was exacerbated by, having to stay inside and social distance. But for a lot of people, either in the LGBTQ community or emerging into that community, it is even more difficult.
Particularly if you're young.
That's right.
Particularly if you're a teenager who's still trying to figure out your sexuality.
Well, we had made history at the Atlanta Pride Parade here in Atlanta this year. We had 2 sitting senators who was in a car, on a float, rode through very publicly, very opening, supporting LGBTQ plus community. Senator John Ossoff, Senator Raphael Warnock were here in the parade today making history for 2 sitting senators to participate. It has been a huge day. We're close to midterm elections, just weeks away. This is one of the largest voting blocks, and I think they understand not only do you want to be inclusive, but their vote matters.
But also, I think a really important moment today, I think it was Doug Shipman who talked about what it was like coming out. There's a kid sitting at home or a kid in this area who heard him. They see themselves in him, and they know they can be him. If you can see it, you can be it.
The celebration continues here in Midtown and all over Metro Atlanta. We're so glad you're with us, and we'll be right back. Don't go away.
The Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by Blue Mid Center and Spa. Rejuvenate with IV hydration.
Oh, you just missed it. Right on the left side of your screen, and it whipped across to the right, was the Atlanta Fire Department's fire truck that put that fire out on that car and allowed their quick response allowed the parade to resume. It was shortly shut down for just a little blip. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but that classic Cadillac, I believe, is a goner.
Done.
And you can see them preparing now to back into their station, literally not more than, 200 feet from us.
Well, we're glad you're with us. The parade continues here. It is Pride Parade. It is Pride Weekend. There are festivities taking place now until 10 o'clock tonight in Piedmont Park. I think it's going to go on a lot beyond 10 o'clock.
Way beyond that.
But the official events are going to go on at Piedmont Park after this parade is done. And that's where Chelsea Bimefore is live for us now in Piedmont. And Chelsea, we saw earlier, the crowds are really starting to gather there.
Well, Rick, people better pace themselves if they're going to be out here till 10 o'clock because the party is just starting over in Piedmont Park. This is the area where the floats all let off. We were on the float earlier this afternoon, riding through the streets of Atlanta with the Atlanta News First team, handing out some tote bags to everybody. And then everybody that got off the floats came here to Piedmont Park, and everybody on that parade route, lining up here now. You can see there's rows and rows and lots of tents with vendors, food, drinks, all kinds of folks out here. We got families. We're also going to speak with somebody that has attended several Pride festivals before. This is Brandy. Love your outfit.
Thank you so much.
So tell us, what organization you were out here with today, and you guys rode in the parade too?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm here with Acceptance Recovery Center, which is a long-term intensive recovery residence located in Athens, in Georgia. And I rode on the float for Positive Impact, which they do amazing wraparound services here in Atlanta. They're looking at expanding, and being on the float was wild. We were in the front of the parade, and everybody was so happy and they were so excited, and it's just like think it's like better than Christmas. Everybody's so happy.
And this is the first time in a few years they've been able to have this festival and the parade because of COVID. So I think
the last 2 years. Last 2 years it was canceled. So we're so excited to be here in person.
Does it feel like there's something in the air? Like just, like you said, it's like Christmas. Is it like bigger and better than before COVID?
Absolutely. There's pride and love and happiness everywhere. And people and community.
And tell us about your outfit choice. This is awesome. What inspired like the balloons and the yellow?
Well, my 3-year-old daughter actually wanted to touch this, and it was from Delta Airlines, and they were like, "Do you want to wear it?" I was like, "Sure." Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your Pride Festival. Thank you. All right, that's what we're wrapping up now from Piedmont Park, guys. Like I said, well, you guys just said, this goes till 10 o'clock out here, and it's already super crowded. So going to be a party out here the rest of the day. Atlanta News First has a tent out here as well. So stop by and come see us in Piedmont Park.
And Chelsea, we don't just have a tent. Gray Television has a huge soundstage at Piedmont Park. This is where once you get off the parade route and you end up in Piedmont Park, there's going to be a big, huge concert. Expecting big acts this year. They got Flo Rida. I know that you know all of his songs, Monica.
I do.
Speaking of Gray, I think we've got the Gray.
Is this the Gray?
Float is right behind us right now. It says innovative, inclusive, proud, with a whole series of Gray stations, including Atlanta News First and PeachtreeTV. Proud to be part of the Gray family. Of course, Gray is an Atlanta-based company, and so we are the only Atlanta-owned, locally owned station here in the market, and we're proud of that.
Our employer, and also Patrick Quinn's employer, who is out on the parade route wearing the headband looking like he plays for the NBA, but can you jump 2 feet off the ground?
It's important to recognize the employer, right? They're the ones that pay our paychecks. I appreciate them, and I support them in everything that they do. And am I an NBA player? Not so much. I did play on my 8th grade basketball team. I was terrible, though I was a sharpshooter from the corner, if you were wondering, Sean. But here's what we're looking at now. This is the parade route, and Chelsea was mentioned that the party will be at Piedmont a little later. Well, the party's already here, and it's making its way to Piedmont right now, and we have been tracking it just since the very beginning. I mean, the last couple hours have been incredible just to watch. I mean, so many people, y'all. Goodness, this is my first time. I had no idea. 150,000 people could be here? That's nuts hearing that. What's important to recognize is so many people here are from Atlanta, yes, but so many people have come to Atlanta for this specific event. I mean, from all over the Southeast. Remember, this is the biggest Pride event in the Southeast. And one woman who came, you came from South Carolina, yes?
Yes. A little town called Anderson, South Carolina.
Anderson, South Carolina. I'm familiar with it. Why'd you come to Atlanta this weekend?
I love Atlanta. I love the progressive nature of Atlanta. I love the diversity of Atlanta. So I invited a bunch of people to come with me, and they all came also.
And y'all are having a big old time. Explain the difference between, Anderson or South Carolina in general versus what you're feeling right now in Georgia.
It's very, it's a small town, very, like 20 some odd churches, and they're not in favor of this. They are not at all. So we come here. But I still would come anyway because I love Atlanta. I lived here for 14 years before moving there.
What does that say about Atlanta? Just to see 150,000 people could be converging on the city this weekend.
As we're doing something right. We're respecting people's wishes. We're seeing what the issues are. You see, and we're having open discourse about it. And that's what's so important.
I'd be remiss not to highlight what you're wearing. I want to see it. Let's see it. Spread those wings. Look at that. Look at that. We got a butterfly in our midst. We're here along Peachtree. We got a lot of people in our midst. We're going to continue tracking these stories, trying not to get hit. It is a party out here. We got butterflies. It's all here, guys. Back to y'all.
All right, Patrick, thanks so much. We talk about Atlanta, and of course Atlanta is really sort of the birthplace, the cradle of the civil rights movement in this country. We were talking earlier about John Lewis, the late congressman, whose funeral procession came right through here at 10th and Piedmont because he was so committed to the cause of gay rights. And I'm sure that he, like a lot of people, see gay rights as civil rights. They really are for a lot of people. Human rights. They're one and the same. And I would have to imagine that there is some concern among some of the people who are here celebrating today that perhaps some of the rights that the LGBTQ plus community have gained over the last 5-10 years, I'm talking specifically about gay marriage, that those rights may be taken away. There is some talk right now because of some members of the Supreme Court in Washington that perhaps the ruling that made gay marriage legal nationwide, that should be rescinded, similar to Roe v. Wade and the ruling that made abortion rights legal, that perhaps gay marriage should be a decision left to the states, the way that abortion rights has now been thrown back to the states. And so there are probably people here who are looking at this time right now, this moment, and wondering what the future holds. They've made a lot of progress in some areas, but will that progress have to take a couple of steps back? We don't know.
We're just weeks away from the midterm elections, and it's no secret that politicians see value in attending today's Atlanta Pride Parade. We've made history here in Atlanta this year. We had 2 sitting senators who are very aware of what you've just discussed, Rick, and they rode in the parade. Senator John Ossoff, Senator Raphael Warnock, both participated in the parade route today. Also, Stacey Abrams, who is going to be running for Georgia governor's gubernatorial candidate on the Democratic side. She also, who was here in 2018, back again this year, waving to the crowd. She's been very vocal and a strong advocate of the rights of the LGBTQ plus community.
But we also must remember that Atlanta is part of a larger state. And although this metropolitan area is very supportive of gay rights, you have people who live outside of the area who are not, which is the reason you don't see any Republicans who are running for office participating in the parade. We are still also a very Southern Baptist state. Again, we have this push and pull. So it's important for people who support LGBTQ plus to go to the polls and vote for the people who will support what they believe in. But I just have to remind you that what we've seen here today is just a tiny part of the state of Georgia. And the only way you change it is for everybody to become politically involved.
And on the other side, for the GOP, and I'm not representing either Democrats or Republicans in this conversation, but even the governor has been very vocal about the fact that Atlanta is one of the best cities, has been nominated by multiple newspapers, magazines, one of the best places to work and to have business in the city of Atlanta. And part of the lure of companies coming to Atlanta is because of the culture of being very inclusive of the LGBTQ plus community. We've seen that reflected in the number of floats this year, record number of floats, many of them major corporations, including Gray Television, Coca-Cola. We saw Delta Airlines based here, UPS based here. They, too, participated in the parade.
But they are just one part. And I'm not trying to throw cold water. I'm just trying to give a balance.
And I respect that because both sides need to be heard.
Absolutely. Well, you talk about, Sean, some of the corporations that are supporting this cause and doing so publicly today. A lot of them have booths set up, stages set up at Piedmont Park. Tracy is there for us to show us the scene up there. This is where everybody heads after the parade. They head up to Piedmont. They've got food. They've got music. They're going to have stuff going on for the family all night long until 10 o'clock tonight. Let's check in right now with Tracy and get a little update on how things are going.
Oh, you know what, Rick? One thing that brings people together, take a look at this. It is food. When we talk about inclusivity, tell you what, you can feed a family on some of these turkey legs, right? They look good. A lot of folks standing in line to get their turkey legs, also their pineapple juice. And look at this family. Don't you look lovely? I see rainbows head to toe. How you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. Is this your first Pride Festival? Have you been to others?
Yes, this is my first one. I've been to Augusta Pride, but this is my first Atlanta Pride.
with
And-
my friend Lindsay and her son Chase.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And Trace there. But Atlanta does it the best, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Always.
Always, always.
Always the A.
What have you kind of felt being out here? Because it's so nice to, the weather's perfect, the food is great, we've got great events, lots of other people, and there's just a feeling of like love all around you.
Absolutely. I think the camaraderie and just the love and the joy that people just want to be out here, and it's a beautiful day. And so it's what a better way to enjoy and celebrate love.
Any surprises, something that you didn't expect to kind of find here at Atlanta Pride that maybe you found at the other event, or everything you imagined it to be?
The number of people. I mean, Atlanta shows up for everything, and today they showed up for everyone and for love, and I think just the amount of people that's here is just amazing.
As they say, Atlanta influences everything, right? If only everybody could do it like this. Ladies, thank you, beautiful family. We love it. So you have a lot of people out here obviously standing in line to get some food because a long night could be ahead, as you mentioned, out till 10 o'clock tonight. And Ryan, take a look up that hill there. A lot of people just kind of hanging out because I tell you what, you couldn't find a better day to be out here at Piedmont Park. You got food, you got booths, you got activities, you got a concert later tonight, you have events, and man, those turkey legs are starting to look good. I think I've been out here too long. I'm getting a little hungry. We got some drinks to go along with it. Some pretty incredible lemonade and some pineapple drinks too. Back to you guys.
No, Tracy, come on, bite one. Grab one, take a big old bite for us because we're starving up here.
It's too big! It's too big!
It's a lot of food. Thank you, Tracy. Just a reminder, if you have to leave home and you don't want to detach yourself from this incredible coverage of the Atlanta Pride Parade, make sure you download the Atlanta News First streaming app. You can watch it on that platform, also on our website, Atlanta News First, and on our Facebook page.
We also want to thank Caribou Coffee and Blue Med Spa, which has hosted us before. When I first came to Atlanta, this was one of the first events I got to cover, was the Atlanta Pride Parade. It's the last time that we had the parade, and then, of course, we had COVID for a couple of years. But I was out here at Blue Med. I am glad to be back out here, and we're going to be here all afternoon bringing you the sights, the sounds, and all the emotions of this incredible day. This is Atlanta News First, celebrating Pride on Peachtree TV. Don't go away.
The Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. I think she's around the corner.
Welcome back. You're watching our live coverage of Atlanta Pride Parade. Atlanta News First is celebrating its 52nd year. We're returning back from the pandemic. Actually, this will be the 53rd year, right?
Technically, yes, it would be.
Technically, it's going to be 53rd. Because of the pandemic, it was the 50th celebration. Could have absolutely nothing. Everything got canceled. We're finally back after a 2-year reprieve, and we've got record crowds, record entrance in the parade route. Over 300 entrants, over 6,000 participants, and we have Kearney back, who was a volunteer, and the volunteers are really the nuts and bolts of the Atlanta Pride Parade. Without you, we could not make this happen. We see so many beautiful floats. It's going to be hard to pick a winner, but there's actually going to be a winner, right, of the floats?
Yes, there's actually a competition. There's a best nonprofit and best profit, for-profit float.
And so how do you pick? There's actual judges on the parade route.
Yes.
What is the criteria? What are they looking for?
I think they're definitely looking for creativity this year. I've seen so many, the gayest word I can think of, fabulous floats this year. People really, really stepped it up. It's going to be really hard.
It was record turnout this year. Over, as I mentioned, 300 actual float entrants into the parade. What do you think is the big lure to come and participate in Atlanta Pride?
Oh, my God. I've just been in October. We don't compete with anybody else in the country. The New Yorks, the Chicagos, the LAs, they're all in June. So we're by ourselves in October, and the weather is fabulous. So people want to flock here for the weekend. It's perfect.
It is perfect. It's going to, once the parade route is over, it's going to culminate at Piedmont Park. Yes. Big, huge. That's where the party really starts.
Yes, it is.
We heard it ends at 10 o'clock. You participate. You've been a volunteer for 10 years. What is it like once the lights, once the sun sets?
I used to be in charge of the cabaret for like 6 or 7 years, and so it's one of the craziest moments. A lot of families get to come because a lot of people don't get to see drag in our community unless you're over 21 years old. So lots and lots of youth flock to this event, and it's just out of control.
Well, I just have one quick question.
Can I give out one shout-out? That's
My pink people is Planned Parenthood. I just want to give a shout out to them.
Oh, Planned Parenthood.
Your pink on today.
Well, my quick question is this. October 11th is coming out day. What advice would you give to some young person watching us right now?
Just be who you are. Find someone that you trust, that you want to talk to and share who you really are. If it's not a family member, maybe it's a school counselor or someone that you know that's older, is in college or high school. But be who you are. Don't stay in the closet. I mean, we're in a different time from when I came out. We're in 2022 where access and resources are all out there. You're not alone. And that slogan that it gets better, it truly does get better.
And Atlanta Pride organizers are very cognizant of the efforts to curb HIV, also monkeypox. There have been health stations just all along the parade route and in Piedmont Park.
And that's funny you said that because I literally have gotten my monkeypox shot about a month ago. So definitely stay safe. We don't want to have another pandemic. We don't want to be locked down. We don't want to lose this opportunity to have this event again. So take care of yourselves. If there's a vaccine for anything, just go ahead and get it. If it's Sean Pox, Monica Pox, Tony Pox, whatever, just get that shot. We don't want to get locked down again.
Okay, and we got to, before we let you go, Monica, do you want to do it again?
Oh, you do it this time. You get to do it this time.
It's Atlanta Pride.
You know the owner of the Blue Met Spa was
and this
offended.
is what this is all about. Voila.
Oh, my God. She's
Check that
filling me
out.
up. I have not had a straight woman touch me like that since I was like 17. It was high school prom.
Tony Kearney with Atlanta Pride. He's one of the volunteers. We appreciate your time and your insight so much. We have a crew of reporters
all over the place, and we need to say we've got a ton of photographers all over the place, so we need to give a shout out to them because without them we would have nothing. We would just be talking heads today. So shout out to my photographers here and all over the route. So we got to go to Lana and to Brooks to see what they're doing now because they actually were at the start of the parade that's now the end of the parade. Brooks and Lana.
Guys, oh my God, what is it, like almost 3 hours later? Finally, we're at the end. We're by the Fulton County Probate Court right now, and would you believe people are actually getting married on the float?
They just got married. Congratulations. Okay, so this is, first of all, let me tell y'all, this fit right here, y'all are wearing the thing, all right?
That's it.
But tell me what. You made it. Oh, wow.
That's
Okay, good. So tell us, what does this mean to be a part of this Pride Parade and then to get married in this moment?
It means everything to us. Everything. Such a great moment. Yeah.
No. I gotta know.
I know it's more to that now.
Did you guys plan to do this, or was it like I saw the float and now I'm getting married? Tell us how this happened.
Well, we came down just to celebrate. We saw the float. I was like, we should get married. And when I asked her, she said yeah, so we did it.
Wait, hold on. So you proposed today?
Yes.
You said yes today?
Today.
You got on this float today?
Yes.
You got married? Oh, my God.
Oh, that is so awesome. Check y'all out.
How long have you been together?
16 years.
16 years. Okay, so let me ask. Y'all ready for it? What?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, who's getting antsy?
Who what?
Getting antsy?
I was. Yeah.
I was going to say, I can see it.
Aggravated, antsy, tired.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Wait, can we talk to you real quick? Oh, my goodness. So you've married them.
Yes, so the Probate Court of Fulton County offers marriage license services, and it's a joy to be a part of the start of this great family's couple.
How many people have you married today?
So today we've married 2 people, and anyone else that wants to get married on the spot, including you 2, let's go.
It's real, right? It's real.
Oh yeah, these are real weddings here in Fulton County Probate Court. Come see us.
No, I mean on this float is real.
On this float, anytime they say I do, it's real on this float.
I know that's right.
So don't play around if you get on this float.
This is crazy. Talk about it. Wow. Talk about a moment. Congratulations. That is so incredible. And, we're talking about being at the end of the parade. Here we are right now. This is the final group or organization, I should say, that is a part of the parade, Lifeline Animal Project. And they have multiple spots where they seem to have adoptions available for the furry friends. And the furry friends are decked out too. You see them?
Oh yeah, they know what time it is.
Look at this one over here. Let's see if Dimitri can go over here to the left. Look at this one. It's got everything. That's what I'm talking about. It's got the skirt on.
Now maybe just real quick, why should we adopt one of these dogs?
because they all need a home. They all need a home, and we're the advocates for the dog, so please come and adopt a dog.
And you've waited a long time in this parade to tell the people this, right?
Sure did. I sure did. Lifeline, come and adopt a dog. They all need homes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being out
I
here.
started to interview the furry one, but I don't think he was taking questions. He moved a little quickly from me, so I don't think he didn't want to talk.
You speak the same language as that
I
dog?
was going to try.
Oh, that's nice.
It didn't seem to work
Yeah.
out for me.
That's good.
But this is the last one, you guys. So as you were saying a little earlier, Monica, the start of the parade has now become the end of the parade. But man, oh man, what a day it's been out here.
It's been incredible out here. We gotta stop people getting married.
Yes, that's crazy.
Just filled me up so much because this is what this day is. I mean,
all about it.
And if you don't even think about marriage, maybe you thought, I don't know if I really want to do it or not. I don't know if it's something that we can, should, whatever do. I'm glad they put this float out here to tell you, no, you can, you shouldn't, and you can do it right here, right now.
And they said they have been together for 16 years. Some would say, all right, it's about time. But we're just so happy for them that they've been able to get married and then get married during a time like this and on a day like this. This is what it's all about. What a perfect way to just show the ending of this parade and just really what it's all about.
Yeah, love that. Love that for them. Love this day. Send things back to you guys.
That was fascinating. A couple just got married on the float.
I love it, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a proposal. And back in 2018, the last time they had a parade in person, there were actual proposals along the parade route. Just real quickly, Lifeline, that with those beautiful pups, they are passcode red. They have 300 dogs and cats at capacity is typically under 100. Our Atlanta News First investigative team is going to talk to them on Monday at 5:30. We're going to have those beautiful adoptable pets in our studio all week long. You don't want to miss it.
That's great. I have 2 German Shepherds. No more dogs in our house.
One more.
No more dogs at my house.
Don't go away. Our coverage continues. Atlanta News First, celebrating Pride right here on Peachtree TV. We're coming right back.
The Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all.
Rick Folbaum along with Sean Gables, Monica Coffin, the entire Atlanta News First team. We are bringing you coverage of one of the most special events of the year. And It's been a while. It's been a couple years since we've been able to have a parade, but we are having one today. It is Atlanta Pride Parade, and you can see some of the floats, about 300 entrants, people, businesses, community organizations, you name it,
Faith-based
taking part.
institutions. They're came here this year. We also had 2 sitting U.S. senators. We made history at the Atlanta Pride Parade. Senator Raphael Warnock, Senator John Ossoff, they participated in the parade route along with Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams. She made her appearance in 2018.
And don't forget Nakima Williams, 5th District Congresswoman.
So we have had celebrities, we've had regular Joe Blows, and we've had what we call the stars of the show, and that are the floats. We had a great TV float. We have seen Coca-Cola. We've seen Delta. We've seen Atlanta-based
Home
UPS.
Depot just went by
Home
us.
Depot. Atlanta is showing up big and bad for this, but not just local organizations. We have seen spectators. Record crowd this year for Atlanta Pride Festival and Parade. Record crowd of 150,000 people just for today, but over the 2-day weekend, 300,000, breaking records in the city of Atlanta. And we're going to go to Alan Devlin, who was along the parade route. And this year, Alan, the organizers have made it very clear, no bikes, no scooters, no pets unless it's a service dog, no smoking, no tailgating. And unfortunately, it's 2022. We have to remind folks, no weapons.
You know what, Sean? And thankfully, everybody out here so far has been doing a really good job at listening to those rules. I've been on the street the whole day, but I want to show you some of these crowds out here on Peachtree. These are the onlookers, the supporters. Yeah, sure, they're not in the parade, but they're just as loud and they're enjoying themselves just as much, if not even more. I've got one gentleman with me over here to my right, your left. Sir, what is your name?
James.
James, and then you have just been having a great time out here. I've been seeing you. You're enjoying yourself. Talk to me about what brought you out here today.
Love and equality, man. We got to be one people. The world is too divisive, and I think we just got to come together. You know, it's just, this is the beauty of what it means to come together as one group, and that's why I'm here.
Exactly. And I know Atlanta hasn't been able to have a Pride parade for years because of the pandemic. How does it feel to be back out here to be able to participate in it again?
To touch everyone, to have a good time, to like be one with everybody else, it's just, it's beautiful, you know? And we can see each other, look at each other, and love one another. So.
Exactly. Anything else you want to add in there, man?
Nah, man, I'm good.
Good to go. And he's got his whole crew out here. Take a look over here. They've been out here all day. They're having a phenomenal time as this parade continues to roll down Peachtree. And it just doesn't stop. I know we just talked to Lana and Brooks a little bit about the very end of that parade, but it just continues down Peachtree. If we can bring the camera down this way, Ismail, come with me because I want to walk to the next group because everybody out here is having just as good of a time as those people back here. I'm going to sneak up on them real quick. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm putting the camera in your face. You're out here on the street having a great time watching the parade. How's it feel to be back out at one of these parades after 2 years of not having it here in Atlanta?
100%. This is where we should be. And there's still some risk. We could still potentially catch something, but this is okay out in the public.
I'm sure it's been a great time. And I'm sorry for putting you on the spot there, but that was an excellent job. Excellent job. Yeah, let's go back out to the parade here and take a look at some of these floats out here on the street. Now we're going to jump the curve here, and here we go, right back out on Peachtree, and they're still coming. And the action's still happening and the energy's still live. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Another float goes by. Yeah, it has been such an incredible moment. And everybody we talk to says the same thing. It's 2 years worth of pent-up energy, pent-up pride. They just couldn't let out in this public fashion. And, of course, now they're out here right now. You talking to me? You want to see? Don't say something. I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Are we talking about how it is to be out here 2 years after not being able to do this?
Well, this is my first year, so it's actually I love it.
How you feeling?
I feel good right now.
You feel good?
I feel good.
Now, what does it feel like to you and your group to witness this here in 2022?
It feels good to just see everybody in their own.
You got a favorite float so far?
Not so far. I like anything with music. I'm good.
Anything with music? I'm with you.
I'm
with you. There you go. And more people come down. Ooh, Trees Atlanta. Diversity is crazy. You cannot guess what the next float is going to be out here. Trees Atlanta. What's going on? Talk to me about Trees Atlanta. What's going on?
We're a nonprofit citizens group that focuses on increasing the tree canopy in Atlanta.
And how's it feel to be participating in Pride this year?
Absolutely amazing. We
incredible.
Love it. Absolutely.
You have actual trees back here. Someone show me the trees. Show me the trees. She's gonna come show me these trees back here. Oh, they got people in the thing with the trees. It's just every time it's something different.
We got some red buds. We got some dogwoods. Happy Pride. We're so happy to be involved with this. Let's come plant some trees with us. Come on.
Trees, guys. Plant some trees. And here we have another group, Pride Alliance from Georgia Tech. Talk to me. What's it feel to be out here right now?
It feels great.
Incredible. And you got a group that's Georgia Tech?
Yep.
Incredible. You guys have
Pride Alliance.
Pride Alliance at Georgia Tech. Thank you guys so much. You're on TV right now, live television right now. You guys have a good rest of your day. And even though this parade is winding down here, I'm not sure, I still can't see the end. I'm looking all the way down Peachtree, and I know that last float with the Marys just left the very beginning, and that's the tail end, but we're a couple hundred yards from that, and this parade is continuing, and it's not slowing down anytime soon at all. People just keep on coming, and it's been an incredible thing to see for everybody involved and everybody on the sidewalks as well. Rick, Sean, Monica, I'm going to throw it back to you at the main stage because everything that's here is coming right to you guys.
Okay, Alan. Thanks so much. Alan talks about the diversity. A couple of the floats that we've seen just within the last couple of minutes and that we're expecting to see Bank of America, ACLU, the Atlanta Zoo, Free Mom Hugs, the Atlanta Opera, PetSmart, Macy's, Covenant House, Pride Alliance. It's a little bit of everybody that wants to come out and show their support today.
There's going to be actual judges that are along the parade route looking for specific things that we asked Tony Kearney, who has been on the board of Atlanta Pride Committee, also a volunteer. It's like, tell me, what are they looking for? How do they determine who's going to win the best float? Because one will be awarded for nonprofits, another will be voted for profitable businesses, and he wouldn't release the goodies, but I will say my favorite that I have seen so far outside of Great TV,
of course,
would be the tree, the one that Alan was just with. I absolutely love that. Very creative.
With the sign that said, "We keep you hotties cool."
Exactly.
Oh, it's so much fun. And, and that really is what today is all about. It's about inclusivity, it's about love, and it's about fun. And I must say that everybody out here has been on their best behavior, have not really had any major problems that we've heard about. We did have a car fire a little earlier in the parade. That was unexpected, provided a little bit of excitement for a while as Atlanta Fire had to put those flames out. Thankfully, nobody hurt, but one of the cars that was in the parade route had some kind of a malfunction. But now we're back to the celebration. Chelsea Beimfor is up at Piedmont Park. She is at a location where sort of the end of the road for all the floats. This is where everybody ends up. They have to check in with Chelsea and they say, hey, we're here. What do we do next? Chelsea's joining us. Give us an update, Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm totally in charge of everybody, Rick. They have to come to me to get to Piedmont Park. So we're standing in Piedmont Park. This is where everybody gets off the floats, kind of at the bottom of the hill at 10th Street. And then there's a whole festival going on in here. You can see over to our left, there's all these vendors. You can get food, you can get drinks. Of course, everybody's dressed up in all their bright attire. And then over here on the right side, we've got the rest of Piedmont Park, this grassy area where people are taking it a little more chill. On their blankets, they're folding soccer chairs, everyone's eating, having a good time, socializing, and this goes till 10 o'clock tonight, so we expect that this grassy area is really going to fill up with crowds full of people over the next couple of hours. And we're going to talk to somebody real quick who is out here enjoying the Pride celebration. This is Thais. So tell us why you came out here this afternoon.
Yeah, so I'm actually here as an ally. I just came to show my support.
Have you been to a Pride festival before?
I've been to a Pride festival, so I went to Orlando before, but this is my first time at Atlanta Pride, so I'm really excited.
What has it been like? Describe like the atmosphere, what you've seen going on today.
Oh my gosh, so I will say it's just been a really beautiful display of unity and community and love, and the atmosphere is just really joyful and celebratory. I'm enjoying it.
What did you think of the parade? What kind of floats did you see out there?
The parade was amazing. I mean, I saw Stacey Abrams and Andre Dickens and our senators. It was just really awesome. So much color and music and just a lot of fun and partying. So I enjoyed it.
Will you come back?
Of course. I would love to come back. I'm happy that Atlanta Pride is back, and I would love to come, next year. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your help. All right, so lots of people having all kinds of fun out here at Piedmont Park. I do want to say, you guys were just talking about safety before you tossed it to us. We did see somebody that was taken away on a stretcher from the park. We're not sure what happened, but again, if you're going to be out here all day, make sure you're hydrating, following the rules, keeping everything safe. Back to you guys over in Midtown.
All right, thank you, Chelsea. I know when I covered the Pride Parade back in 2017, I believe it was, definitely right there in Piedmont Park, a lot of watering stations were there because it is warmer this year. The last time we had the parade was 2018, and it was cold and rainy. Rick, you and I both were hosting the show at the time. This year, it's warmer, not too hot, 70 degrees, very pleasant. Perfect weather, but when you're dancing, you're partying, and you may be using the vendors and getting full of food and adult drinks, you need to remind yourself to use those hydration stations and drink water.
Very important. And we heard that young woman talking with Chelsea, that she is here as an ally. And looking around, I think there are a lot of folks in that exact same situation. They're not a member of the LGBTQ community, but they believe in the cause. They believe in human rights and civil rights, and they're here to express their support for that group.
And I think the most important thing, it's visibility, because you never know whose attitude and mindset will be changed by what they see today on Atlanta's News First celebrating Pride.
Our Don Shipman, he is on the parade route, and Don, you shared a very vulnerable moment with us about an hour or so ago. You have been on this journey that many young people may be going through themselves, watching Atlanta News First celebrating Pride. What does this mean for you, and how having it in Atlanta and being so open? This is the largest Pride event in the Southeast celebrating LGBTQ community.
It's super exciting. I'm having so much fun. But I will tell you, there are moments along the parade route where you see some of the floats, the different companies, the organizations, and yeah, I do. I get emotional. And one of the things that you guys have brought it up and up there at the stage is, there are a lot of companies, there are a lot of organizations, but there are also a lot of church groups. I've noticed, I counted at least 6 or 7 so far that have made their way by me, and to see the church involved in this parade, saying that there was one literally had a sign that said, "We've made mistakes, but we want to bring you forgiveness." So, I mean, just to see that, yeah, I get a little emotional about it. I want to show you just some of the people who are participating here. So we're right here at the Rainbow Crosswalk, iconic Rainbow Crosswalk here in Midtown, and this is where the party is. And one of the things I've been loving is all the floats, they have their own music, but then there are some like lulls in the parade a little bit, and the music coming from 10 over there, that bar, oh my God, they have some music bumping over there. And I want you to take a quick look over there. There's a little juice station for you. If you want some of the lemonade, you can get some lemonade over there. Tons of people participating. And then another thing I noticed in the parade, I saw some families walking in the parade, and they were holding signs that said, "We are parents of queer children." Again, visibility is so important. I also have more parents over here. I want to chat with you two over here. This little one. Okay, so where are you from? What's your name?
From Kennesaw, Georgia. My name's Mara.
So what made you want to come out to the parade today?
We just want to show a good example for our son and show that it's okay to be yourself always, and that mom and dad will love you no matter what, all the time.
And isn't it great to see so many people in support for you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that support from your community is the biggest thing, and seeing an immense amount of people supporting you is the best thing that you can ask for.
And what's this one's little name?
Aiden.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Aiden.
Thank you so much for coming on the program. I really appreciate it. I want to walk down through here. Like we've been saying, this is where all the action is at. There are so many people. Yes, wave to the camera. I want to go over here. So, you guys have come to the parade before, right? You've come to the parade before?
Yeah, we come every year.
What makes you want to come to the parade every year?
It's just so much fun. We have drinks, hang out with friends. It's a lot of fun.
Come in from Stone Mountain, right?
I'm from Stone Mountain, yeah.
And what is your favorite part about the parade?
I just like looking at everybody go by and just wave and scream and holler.
It's like the ultimate people watch, is that what it is?
Right, exactly. That's a lot of fun.
The
camaraderie.
We've been doing this since 2017.
It is a great thing.
It's great.
I think everybody needs to come down and experience it at least one time.
Yeah.
I really do.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, a lot of excitement here, and it's just fantastic. It's so much fun, so much fun. Send it back to you.
Thanks, Don. I can attest to the people watching fun. I mean, there are some real characters around here who are just having fun, having a good time, but it's fun to watch them.
It's expressing yourself on a day when visibility is important, when education is important, and most importantly to me, you're right. Having fun, letting it go, because we have been so uptight for so long.
Well, we are enjoying ourselves. We hope you are too. And just a reminder, if you have to break away, don't miss a thing. Download the Atlanta News First app on your cell phone. You can get all of this stream live. Also on our Facebook page, we got you covered. Atlanta News First celebrates Pride. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to Midtown Atlanta. You're looking at the Rainbow Crosswalk and the throngs of people, literally hundreds and hundreds of people who have lined this parade route for the 2022 Atlanta Pride Parade. The turnout is great. The weather is great. The participation is amazing. You see some of the floats that have been going by. We want to thank so many people who have helped us to make this broadcast possible. I want to thank Caribou Coffee, Piedmont Nails and Spa, and especially Blue Med Spa for hosting us today. Tim and Tony Meddendorf, the owners of Blue Med Spa. They are great. We have been here before. We're back here again. We hope they invite us next year, so we'll be back so we can bring you the very best vantage point of the Atlanta Pride Parade.
They are extremely gracious. I think the only thing that can top all of that, Rick, is to see Tracy Hutchins take a big old bite out of that turkey leg. She is at Piedmont Park where all the vendors and the artwork and the food. Let me say again, the food is there, Tracy. Big concert's going to be there also tonight. Right. Gray TV. Yeah, Gray TV is going to have a center stage with Flo Rida. Also, oh gosh, there's just a list of names. A bunch of big acts. I can't think of it. I'm hungry. I need you to eat something for me.
Oh, I know. I'm a little hungry, too. I think somebody else gobbled that turkey leg before I could get to it. But we're right here at the entrance to Piedmont Park and wanted to show you, look at all the people flooding in because, of course, Happy Pride! Woo! Oh, so many people who are excited. Yeah, the parade, of course, just ended, so that means what? Everybody comes here to Piedmont Park to kind of get in on all that food, of course, the drinks, the vendors, all those freebies. Trust me, bring a bag. You will get a lot of good freebies. I want to bring in my friend Christian here. He's my new friend because that's what it's all about today, making new friends, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about the food, the fun, the giveaways, the music.
I know, right?
The people. There's just so much color and so much personalities everywhere. I love it.
You got a little bit of color going on here.
I love it. I love it. Come down here.
Oh, rainbows
have some
at
fun.
your toe,
Absolutely. Love is love.
So, Christian, you told me before that you had been in the parade previously, but this time you're kind of like a spectator this time?
Yes. It's good to be marching and experience the city, but also to actually be in the crowd, to have a little bit of both things. So I was like, let me experience the city as everybody else. Like, I don't want to just be in the march. Let me just experience it and embrace it. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And what a comeback, right? After 2 years, no pride.
Yes. I think I've seen so many people, I think double what I've seen before COVID. So it's like people are really ready to embrace love and fun and just each other. So I think today is just an amazing day.
So you're feeling the mood is a bit different right now.
Oh yeah. It's like people are just embracing each other. They're very nice. They're just helpful and they're just embracing. It's very embracing.
And speaking of embracing, I've seen a lot of people give away free hugs. I'm going to give like a news anchor hug. Oh, a news anchor hug. Yes, free hugs here. Thank you, Christian. Thank you. All right, we're going to get to Patrick Quinn. Patrick, you're along the parade route, right?
We are still along the parade route, and we are not tired yet. This parade is still going on. I still can't see the end of it, and it's just what it looks like along Peachtree. So if you're in Piedmont, this is what is coming your way. We are the preview to the party that's ending at Piedmont Park, and this is a look of what is still to come, and it is a rambunctious crowd here. We're going to walk along just a little bit, show you a little bit more of the sights and sounds, and along this parade, what's more important, those on the inside or those on the outside? Well, really, it's for both. It's for those on the inside to see it, to see those on the outside. It's also really important for those to show up to see what organizations, what business people, what lawmakers, what countries support them in their choices and how they live their life. Now, we've talked a lot about the L part of LGBTQ and the G part as well. I also want to focus on the T part, the trans community. This is Amelia right here. Amelia, how's your day going?
It's going great.
What does it mean to be out here today?
It means everything to me, honestly. This is my first time at Pride. Just seeing the overall joy going around, the support, being here with like my fellow classmates. This means everything.
It's been a hard year. There's so much attention right now, especially on the trans community. But we're seeing 150,000 people show up to say, you matter, you're important, your choices are valid. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot to know that we can come together like this, that we can be a strong community, that we can find solace in ourselves. Even when everyone else in the world won't accept us, we support each other. We're our own family.
That's amazing, Amelia. Obviously, there are a lot of people here that do support you, that do accept you. The city certainly making a statement today. Guys, we'll continue to find stories just like that. Every single person here has a story. They came for a reason. Whether they're a part of the LGBTQ community or an ally, it is tremendous just to hear some of what brought people out, the impetus, and the parade. It continues. Back to y'all.
Oh, that looks so good to hear people tell their stories and the love that's shared with everyone. You know, your favorite float is right behind us now, Sean.
I love it.
You know, it's Trees Atlanta, folks, and the signs on it are great.
It's what sells it.
It really is. It's like we keep you hotties cool.
Right. It's about the canopy, keeping Atlanta's canopy protected. All of the trees. We're sitting within a forest. And I love the message they have, but I think for me, it's been the most creative. Now, there's a group of people along the parade route who are going to actually pick out of the record number of entrants, 300 total. They are going to be picking a nonprofit and a regular corporation, because there are a lot of Atlanta-based companies as well as other companies from across the country that are going for bragging rights. They want to be known as the best parade float in Atlanta's Pride Parade. I mean, this is so much fun, and we have about 40 floats left along the parade route. We're just following some of the ones that you haven't seen yet. Major corporation includes Clorox, Park Mobile, just to name a few. But this really culminates, which has been in the planning for an entire year, but the pandemic really shut things down for 2. So after a 3-year wait, we are now back bigger and better than ever before. Record attendance for this year's Atlanta Pride Parade, 150,000 people expected just today for Atlanta Pride Parade and the festival that will happen once the sun sets in Piedmont Park. The party's going to kick off. Gray TV has a sound stage. You're going to have Flo Rida. You're going to have a number of big, huge acts that are going to be performing. And Madeline Montgomery is along the parade route. You have seen just about everything, but what has been your favorite float so far?
I really loved, and I feel like it's weird to say during work hours, but the Smirnoff float, they had this beautiful cutout of the Atlanta skyline that was rainbow. They had beautiful drag queens performing. It was just a fun float, but I will give us credit that our float, Atlanta News First float, as well as the Gray TV float, were just absolutely gorgeous, and it's just been fun watching everyone. And not only do we have the parade going on behind me, we have a whole show over here at Bulldogs. Bulldogs didn't want anybody to be left bored, so we've had a drag show going on, etc. So we've got some dance numbers happening out here. We've got people cheering on the parade, getting their beads, getting their candy that's being thrown, and then we have this, just dancing, singing, a whole lot of fun, and everybody is just enjoying each other, sharing their food and drinks, throwing out their different beads, admiring each other's outfits, and you can tell people are kind of getting ready for that after party we've been talking about over at Piedmont Park. Folks are kind of starting to meander away from the parade route as it wraps up. They want to be a part of all of the action, and I know if you are wanting more action than just being out at the parade all day, Bulldogs is staying open till 3 a.m., which I will be back on TV by that point, back on at work. But for some, they want to stay out that late after having such a fun and exciting day. And so it's just a really cool place to be right now out here. Again, just watching the show. Bulldogs watching the parade. So much going on at the same time. And just a lot of friendships. I spoke with one group of friends who actually says they've been coming out here for over a decade. It's just a part of their tradition, and so they're just so glad it's back out. So we're now in Midtown. Madeline Montgomery, back to y'all.
All right, Madeline, thank you. You know, Monica, you shared with us earlier that you used to spend some time with Bulldogs.
I sure did. When I was a young reporter, after work, that was about the only place to go for great dancing and music. The house music was fabulous back then. I haven't been lately, but maybe it's time to go for another visit.
Listen,
Let's go tonight.
They're open till 3 a.m., Monica. Last call in the wee hours of the morning. Our coverage continues. Don't go away. We're having a lot of fun. Hope you are, too. We'll be right back.
You're watching the Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV, sponsored by Blue Med Center and Spa, now offering Seal Fur Max.
And welcome back to our coverage on Peachtree TV as Atlanta News First celebrates Pride. It's the Atlanta Pride Parade, and you're seeing some of the 300 entrants into the parade, the floats that have been going by, businesses, organizations, you name it, coming out today to show their support for the LGBTQ community. You see there a group of flight attendants coming out. We saw Delta had a large contingent of employees out here earlier. A lot of Atlanta-based companies wanting to let the community know that they support the LGBTQ
And we
folks.
still have about 20 floats left before we get to the very end of the parade. Some big corporations, not only Atlanta-based corporations, but some major Fortune 500 companies showing their presence at the Atlanta Pride Parade, including Clorox, Park Mobile, Therapy for queer people of color, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Woodruff Art Center, Atlanta Public Schools showing a big presence here, Gay Camping Friends, and Salty Boys USA. We've had a record amount of participants in the parade this year, 6,000 to be exact. We have excellent weather. We have got cheer and happy and goodwill. We have heard some personal stories along the parade route. Moms giving hugs and dads giving hugs to show that there has been a disconnect between those who are willing to be who they are and be proud of who they are, and churches and institutions of faith along the parade route. We've heard from our reporters on the field showing big signs and billboards saying, we made a mistake, we're sorry, we're here to show our support for the LGBTQ plus community. Here is one of the probably high school bands, I'm assuming they're high school, performing and marching. Let's listen in.
Nice drum corps.
And this isn't just what we've seen along the parade route. We've also seen children, young and old, black, white, Latino, Asian, all colors here, celebrating what we have waited for 2 years since the pandemic. The pandemic shut everything down. It was sad around here because we had social distancing. A lot of folks were closed up inside their homes. But this is the year we were able to get it out, have fun, and as the Atlanta parade coordinators and organizers have said, we are bigger and better than ever before.
You know, parades, you expect to see people waving, people with big smiles on their faces as they walk on a parade route. But this is a little bit different, and I think it has to do with a lot of things. I think, first of all, we have a beautiful day. Second of all, we have, a time where we were not able to have the parade for a couple of years. Finally, everybody's able to come back. But I think that there's also sort of, at least in Metro Atlanta, in this area, there is an acceptance. There is a growing acceptance and an understanding that this is who we are, that people are different, and that just because people are different doesn't make them any better or worse, that we're all the same on the inside, no matter how we lead our lives. And so you see just the real joy that people have being able to express their differences and being able to express their true selves.
And everyone is seemingly having fun out here today. Between the waves we've been getting from people as they walk by, to the people who've been enjoying the floats, the music, it's just been a completely uplifting day.
And because of the parade making a commitment to keeping it free for all the spectators, This is why everyone's invited. That's why they're here. The weather's great. Don Shipman is along the parade route. Don, we could not have asked for a better day.
It is so beautiful. The sun is shining, but here's the thing. Every now and then it goes behind a cloud at just the right moment to kind of cool you down. But yeah, it has been a fantastic, beautiful day. The floats, the marching bands, they are still coming down here, making their way across the rainbow crosswalk. We are right outside of Blake's, one of the big bars here in Midtown. We have more people here to chat with. So tell me your name.
Avery.
Avery. So tell me, this is not your first time at the parade, you said?
It is not. It's my most recent time in several years.
Where are you from?
I'm from Conyers, Georgia.
So what is it like coming to the parade? And then also, what is it like coming to the parade after 2 years of COVID?
Well, I will say there was a specific point where the Free Moms Association fully made me tear up. I was having to dab my eyes because it just meant the world to me. Being in my late 20s, early 30s, and seeing these parents who are my age giving that love and support to queer youth has just made my whole day.
Isn't it interesting how a simple hug can change everything?
It is so wild, and you think about the things that my age demographic didn't necessarily get, even though I had it much easier than the people who grew up in the 80s, 70s, or farther beyond. And now I'm seeing how much easier kids have it now, and it blows my mind.
And it's fantastic. And now, people seeing you on television, that's going to change something.
Oh God, I hope so. We'll see.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thanks for coming on the program. Thank you. All right, let's go down this way. I want to show you. So, hey, what's going on? Right down this way, we have some more people. How's it going? How are you? So, how's the parade been?
Say it again.
How's the parade been?
Oh, it's been fabulous. We've had a blast.
So how many years have you guys been coming to the parade?
Well, there were 4 of us that came together.
Oh, nice.
Yes, but 2 of them doesn't count.
Okay. Well, enjoy. Have so much fun.
Yeah. We're free. It's gay pride. We're free. Yay. Thank God it's not Russia. You know,
thank you so much.
Grateful. We're very grateful.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're getting so many fun people. You have more floats coming down through here, and that is the theme of the day, is obviously acceptance. And you're seeing so many people really recognize that fact that this is all about love and acceptance, equality. We talk about the parade being this huge celebration, but in many respects, it is a protest. It is a protest. It is letting people know that the queer community is out there and we are here. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Tracy Hutchins is on location at Piedmont Park. There's about maybe a handful of floats left. We are nearing the very end, Tracy. That crew is headed in your direction at Piedmont Park. And it's about to be popping here shortly. Big concert planned for later tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? We're kind of on the green, taking a look at that. A lot of people kind of chilling, relaxing, especially if they were in the parade. They're coming here to the park to kind of sit down, take a breath, and then that party's going to start back up again. But I want to introduce you to another new friend, Paula Maddox, who I met here kind of on the green, just kind of taking it easy. And what drew me to you, Paula, is, of course, the lawn signs you have here.
Yep. We have a little side business called Yardle, and we put up happy birthday, happy pride. So, we just thought it'd be fun, something festive.
Have you been to Pride before?
Yeah. Probably, I would guess 10 or 15, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us have really waited the last 2 years. Obviously, the pandemic, we were all closed in. We had to social distance, and now we can be together.
Finally! Yes, yeah. I'm here with actually my whole family, so we're having a blast. It's a lot of fun.
And you're here on the green, kind of enjoying the music. Look at all these people out here. You've sat here and you've been here for at least a few hours now and really watched the crowd grow.
Oh, yeah. We usually get here about 6 o'clock in the morning to get a good spot up on the hill because it's just such a great place to be. It's such a happy place.
It is. And it's so wonderful to be together with people who are like, you know what, we are here to celebrate inclusivity, being together, loving ourselves, loving other people, and it just spreads.
It is. It's so much fun. It's so much joy.
Paula, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I think Paula's got the best view here because we can actually feel the breeze and you can see a little bit of everything. So, Sean, as you mentioned, that party, yeah, it's starting to kick off here. We have watched the crowd grow quite a bit. You can hear the music. It's sounding good. You guys should come on out and join us.
Well, you know, we have to admit, where we're sitting now, you can see people are starting to stream towards the park. The last float has gone by, and now people are saying, okay, let's go to the park. Over the barricades, to the park.
Yeah, that green that Tracy was sitting on with her new friend, I think it's going to be
filled up
very, very soon because all of these folks are now heading in that direction. Our coverage is going to continue right after this. We still have a lot more to bring you, the sights and sounds of Pride 2022. Atlanta News First is celebrating Pride right here on Peachtree TV.
The Atlanta Pride Parade on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Ken Nugent Attorneys at Law. One call, that's all.
And welcome back to Peachtree TV and our coverage of Atlanta Pride 2022. And where there used to be floats, there is now a sea of people floating towards Piedmont Park. That's right, where the celebration will continue. Lots of different activities, fun for the whole family, food and crafts and concerts. There's going to be some live music later tonight going on until 10 p.m. So if you don't have any plans and you want to be brave and come into the city, come into Midtown, make your way to Piedmont Park. It's going to be great.
And just think, many of these people, we had a record crowd here in Atlanta for Atlanta Pride Parade, 150,000 people for the parade and the festival later tonight. All of it absolutely free, thanks to some incredible sponsors. And in the words of our mayor, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, he said Atlanta influences everything, including Atlanta Pride. He said because Atlanta is also influential, that we are inclusive. We allow everyone to come. We want you to be here, and it showed. After 2 years of the pandemic, no one was able to go out and celebrate Pride, a very public and open event, making record numbers, record amount of floats, 300 of them, 6,000 participants, and we have our own Madeline Montgomery. She was along the route, and we saw a celebration of everything, Madeline. It was so good to see this, and the weather could not have been better.
It has truly just been so lovely out here. Everybody has been having such a good time. Things are wrapping up right now. I actually ran into my high school friend, Jen Sapp, and she is pretty much a Pride regular. So talk about how good it is to be back at Pride after a few years of not being able to come out.
Yes, so 2019, we were here, we were loud, we were gay, we were proud, and we're so happy to be back. This is the perfect time for the city to celebrate. Thanks for having us.
And talk about why Pride is so important for the city of Atlanta. You know, it's the biggest Pride event in the Southeast in general.
So typically Pride is celebrated in other cities during the summer, but Atlanta said, no thank you, we're going to do our own thing. So here we are at Pride, and it's beautiful. All of the city is out here celebrating, and we couldn't love it more.
What was your favorite part of the parade today? I said it earlier, and I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this while working, but I thought the Smirnoff float was really fun. They had the skyline, the drag queens. What was your favorite part?
I will have to say that seeing my friend Nicole Page Brooks on the float was perfect for me. And seeing all my friends walk through the parade, that's the highlight for me.
And why do you think that Atlanta Pride is so huge? Why do you think so many people every year are like, we're coming out, we don't care what the weather. It was a little chilly this morning. Now it's perfect, but
I think that everybody comes out year after year to support the community, and I think more people, as they learn what Pride really means, they're more understanding, and it becomes such a beautiful, inclusive atmosphere in the city of Atlanta.
Okay, I'm going to throw a little hard question for you, but you have the button. Talk to me about what it means to be an ally.
For me, what it means to be an ally is to show up for the people who are important in your life, and whatever that means to you. So for me, it means showing up at Pride, showing up at work, making sure that your company is an inclusive space, and that's what being an ally is.
Thank you so much, Jen. And
it's good to see you.
It's so good to see you again. Parkview High School alum over here. We love being local and being at our big local Pride event. All right, back to you guys at the desk.
That's great. I love that, Madeline, bumping into one of her high school friends. Madeline, of course, is from Metro Atlanta. And to hear, her definition of what an ally is, to show up. And I think that people today here, at least in our area, they showed up.
Yes. We saw a culmination of floats that included gay, transsexual, queer, bi, dykes on bikes. The full spectrum of it, the LGBTQ plus, were on full display today, showing who they are, proud of who they are, and a celebration of it in the city of Atlanta. I'm extremely proud of Atlanta and how they have shown love to a disadvantaged community that is getting the love and support that they so need. We all need that. We all want to be accepted and loved simply for who we are. But there was a slight hiccup along the parade route today.
Yes. Something unexpected.
Totally unexpected. 300 parade entrants that were along the route, and then there was this beautiful classic
vintage Cadillac.
Red Cadillac.
That literally went up in flames.
In fact, let's show you the video in case you missed out on it. It shut down the parade just for a slight blip, but we're literally less than 200 feet away from where the fire department is. This happened along 10th and Piedmont. Really, the as you put it, ground zero for the parade here in Atlanta along the route. And this beautiful car was part of the parade. And eyewitnesses told some of our reporters they were smelling some type of fume that was coming from the car, even though it was still driving. And then at some point, it just imploded.
Nobody was hurt. We should mention that because you look at the pictures, you see the flames, you see the dark smoke. It's very dramatic, but nobody was hurt. And thankfully, we're in an area where there's a fire station house right around the corner.
And Atlanta's fire chief was marching in the parade, immediately called in, we need a unit here. Firefighters who were in the parade, as soon as the unit showed up, they joined them, put out the fire, and we were back in action.
And action we had. What a beautiful display. They're actually going to pick today a winner of those floats, one for nonprofits, one for an actual corporation. We had 300 entrants, as we mentioned. Some of the most beautiful floats, the most extravagant that we have seen yet, celebrating Atlanta Pride 2022. What a spectacle. What a blast. It has been fun to be a part of it.
Well, Patrick Quinn is out in the field. He's been covering the parade for us all day. Patrick, you're relatively new to Atlanta. This is your first Pride here in Atlanta. What was your sense of it? How did it feel?
It was amazing. Oh my God, it was amazing. There were so many stories, so many moments of just talking with people, why they came out, what this means to them. It's been 2 years since they've seen an event like this, and it really took this city by storm. We are, of course, now getting the message from the city that they're saying, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. We're seeing street sweepers and police there now searching or sweeping Peachtree, and they'll probably work their way down 10th as well. That's Bulldogs right there, and we are getting unconfirmed reports that Monica Pearson is going to make an appearance tonight. They've been chanting her name all afternoon after they learned that this was one of her favorite spots as a young reporter. So they're requesting you, Monica. I'm not sure if you can confirm those. Again, unconfirmed reports at this hour. It's been great to talk with people all afternoon, and you're a proud mom.
Yes, sir, I'm a proud mom.
What did today mean for you?
Just being able to support my child and let them have their freedom to be themselves, no hate, equality, and just supporting them 100%.
And it looks like pride just threw up all over you. What went into this outfit?
A lot of pride. I take representing my child, representing the world, representing the children and the people that deserve to be loved and to be able to express themselves, and people taking them for who they are and loving them, and we're just a proud mom.
And your son's right over there. I'm looking at him.
Yeah, that's Justin.
What was, if you don't mind me asking, has this been a hard process for you guys? I mean, just for him to come out, for you to understand it, were you always supportive?
He came out when he was 16, and he's 30 now, so I'm just a proud mom, and I do what I do because that's mine, and I love him, and I stand up for who he is, all the challenges, anything that comes in life, I stand up for him.
It's pretty amazing. So many stories just like that. Guys, Back to you, Monica. I think I'm hearing the chants once again.
I will not be there tonight. I have work to do. I have a show that runs on the 23rd, and I got to get it finished. But I will say this, that mom truly touched me because there are still so many parents who do not accept their children for who they are. Unconditional love is what this whole affair is about. Unconditional love.
Atlanta News First celebrates Atlanta Pride right here on PeachtreeTV. Don't go away.
They have a good DJ across the street.
I know. I wish I had that.
And welcome back. Welcome back as we take a look at the crowds filtering out here at 10th and Piedmont. We want to thank once again Caribou Coffee, Piedmont Nails and Spa, and especially Blue Med Spa for hosting us today. Tim and Tony Mettendorf, the owners of Blue Med Center and Spa, hosting us here. So we have this great location from which to bring you all the sights and sounds of Atlanta Pride.
And another great site to be if you want to stay out and get your party on later tonight. You want to go to Piedmont Park. That's where Gray TV has a sound stage. They're going to have big performers there, Flo Rida, also Big Frida, and a list of other entertainers. Our Tracy Hutchins, you're there hanging out with the crew. They've got their tent set up, laying out on the grass, ready to have some fun.
Yeah, Sean, I think we've been to almost every spot here in Piedmont Park, really checking things out. It has been an amazing day. Take a look at the crowd still flooding into the park. Of course, all those people who were lining the parade route there, they're coming here to the park. You know, they're bringing chairs and pillows and bags and tents and all those things so they can kind of spread out on the lawn, on the green, and really enjoy the performances that'll happen later on tonight. Don't forget, there's plenty of food here, plenty of drinks. As we mentioned earlier, Chelsea Bonfor mentioned, make sure you stay hydrated. There are actually watering stations right in front of our Atlanta News First tent. So make sure you come and check us out. We are right here, right next to the food tent. So come on out. It has been an amazing day. Again, today, all about love, all about pride, all about inclusivity, and we felt it all right here at Piedmont Park. Back to you.
All right, Tracy, thanks so much. Well, it really has been something. I want to ask you, Monica, because you, of course, are legendary for covering Atlanta, covering this market for so many years. How have you seen things progress in terms of LGBTQ acceptance here in the community?
It's changed a great deal from when I came here in 1975. Peachtree Street was very different. Not only was Bulldogs there, but there were other places to go. But they oftentimes were seen as not reputable. There were questions about morality. And all of a sudden, it appeared that the more people who were, quote, different, LGBTQ, started coming out and saying, this is who I am, having pride in themselves, and being willing to step up and say, I'm gay, I'm trans, I'm bisexual, and I should be accepted for who I am and for what I bring to the table. That's how it started to change. Then you also had mothers and fathers who had children who were LGBTQ, who then said, this is my child. They're successful. They shouldn't have to hide who they are. So the change from just 1975 to now has been monumental. Thanks be to God.
Yeah, I think it's very generational, you know, and there are still a lot of people who are not very comfortable with the idea of an LGBTQ lifestyle. But as they're exposed and introduced to people who are living that lifestyle, who are part of that community, and we see here one of the Episcopal Church, which was here today, I think that, you know, you see the number of kids, parents who have brought their young kids here. These kids are growing up in a time where it's not that unusual to meet somebody from that
And
community.
it's not a choice, and that's what people need to remember. People don't choose to be LGBTQ. They don't choose it. It's who they were born and who they are. And that, to me, is the biggest change.
And we had some real poignant moments along the parade route. We had our reporters on the field, Don Shipman, who shared his own story about how when he came out, he had very supportive parents, but he met people along the parade route who were in tears when they got hugs from moms. A stranger who was just saying, Mom's giving hugs, Dad's giving hugs along the parade route to let them know they have allies. And that is what Atlanta Pride is about. Celebrating who you are. And we love you for it. Thank you, Atlanta. It was a great parade this year.
Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us. The parade has begun, and it is loud.
And we are feeling it! The music gets louder, the party keeps going. But it's not just here. It's not just in this spot. It's miles of parade route. Well, it feels great to be mayor at a time like this where we are respecting pride and making sure that everybody in the ATL knows that Atlanta includes everybody.
I'm so excited to be here. This is Georgia. We are an inclusive state.
I have my wife here and my children here. We have to come out here to support.
They're out here fighting for their rights. They're fighting for health care. They're fighting for housing. They're fighting for recognition.
And of course, it's a party, it's a protest, it's a parade. It's awesome to see.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's kind of hard to explain when you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community, but to watch others walk up and to receive that hug, it really is important.
Atlanta is back and Atlanta is ready. We are a city, as you may have heard, that's too busy to hate. We are full of love and we are only moving forward.